Live from the Augusta Civic Center, it's the Capital City Hoop Classic today. A game that counts in the MPA Heel Point standings. In Class C, the Halldale Bulldogs taking on their old rivals, the Winthrop Ramblers. I'm Rob Kennedy along with Rob Munzing and Owen Munzing doing our camera and our production here today. And Halldale and Winthrop, always a good reason to kind of watch a game when these two are playing. Both these teams have aspirations of playing here in February, so it'll be a very good tune-up for both. And the Ramblers coming in at 3-3, 10-8 last season, knocked off Wayne Fleet in the prelim, lost number 2 Monmouth Academy 32-29 in the quarterfinals, and lost a couple of very good players in Braden Brannigan, Cole Bard, and Carter Rivers. Brannigan was second team in the all-conference with the MVC overall, but they've started off pretty solid with a 3-3 record, splitting their first 4 contests of the season, losing to Miranda Cook and Lisbon in overtime, with wins over Mountain Valley and Old Orchard Beach. A win over Trape, 45-36 down on the road December 18th, and then they lost to Mount Abram, 59-48 December 22nd. So they've been trading a loss for a win most of this season overall. Plenty of players to watch on this team. Corbin Littler, the junior, had 21 points in the overtime loss to Lisbon. He's always a threat to air it out from outside. And Graham Hurry, the sophomore, another guy you'll see in double digits quite a bit. Number 11, the 6'3 sophomore, 20 points in the OT loss to Lisbon. Also a guy who can hit from behind the arc. For the Bulldogs, 5-0. They went 13-7 last season. They lost to Mount Abram in the regional semifinals. A couple of key losses for them as well, and Jackson Olsen and Keegan Carey, both first-team All-MVCs. But they've been perfect to start this season. Wins over Oak Hill, Spruce Mountain, and Wells to open up, and then victories over Mount Abram and Madison last week. They were supposed to have a showdown with the Valley Cavaliers right before the Christmas holiday. That game was postponed. They'll play a home-and-home series 2 successive Fridays in January. The home game first in Farmingdale on January 16th, and then on the road on the 23rd. That would have been interesting to see before this one if Halldale would have stayed perfect taking on that Valley Cavalier team.
Yeah, and want to let folks know we will have that Valley makeup game on the 16th. So we'll work that into our lineup here going into the new year.
And some returnees for this Halldale team as well. Grayson Carey, the sophomore, made the MVC honorable mention list last year as a rookie. Scored 17 points in the season opener against Oak Hill and hasn't looked back. Carter Eldridge, second team MVC last year. He had 16 points and 8 boards last time out. His team played against Madison. And one returnee as well, kind of an unorthodox returnee. Tayshawn Cleveland played for the Bulldogs as a freshman, went down to Deering for a couple of years, and has come back to Halldale. And his addition to this team is a big factor for them, too, because it was the one element they were missing last year, a very big, strong, athletic inside presence. Tayshawn was SMAA North All-Conference last year for the Deering Rams. And last time out, all he did against Madison was score 26 points and grab 9 rebounds. And oh, by the way, the 6'5 senior hit 3 threes in that game as well. So when he is hot, the Halldale Bulldogs especially are a very difficult team to stop because they have a very good inside-out game, as you might see here in this contest today. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have these starting lineups introduced and have the tip-off here at the Augusta Civic Center. It's coming up next on Munzing Media.
We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learn so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone.
Here with you at the Augusta Civic Center, starting lineups for Halldale and Winthrop, about to be introduced by TJ Maines, who's on the mic, and we'll pick that up right now.
Annual Capital City Hoop Classic here at the Augusta Civic Center. Today's game brings us the Winthrop Ramblers versus the home team Halldale Bulldogs. Starting lineups for today, first for Winthrop. 6'3", junior, number 10, Jake Galusha. 6'3" sophomore, number 11, Graham Fury. 6'2" junior, number 14, Corbin Littler. 6' senior, number 23, Evan Bilodeau. And a 6'4" junior, number 32, Josh Foster. Ramblers are led by head coach Hunter Kilgore and assisted by Caesar Cordum, Lonnie Steves, and Taylor Moran. And now your starters for the Bulldogs. 6' sophomore, number 10, Grayson Carey. 5'9" junior, number 11, Davis Medor. 6'2" junior, number 20, Carter Eldridge. 6'5" senior, number 21, Tayshawn Cleveland. And a 6'2" junior, number 22, Josias Brown. Bulldogs led by head coach Chris Ranslow and assisted by Ashton Abbott, Tom Lee, Mitch Terrio, and Josh Neto.
I don't believe we'll have a national anthem.
Officials are Mr. Bouchard, Mr. Hopkins, and Mr. Daigle.
I don't think so either, as they've done one in previous games. So, no, it looks like they're heading right up on the floor right now. You heard the starters. Winthrop wearing the road gray uniforms. Halldale in the home whites with the black numbers and letters. Bulldogs look like they'll be attacking the basket down to our left, going from right to left, and the Ramblers the opposite way, from left to right. Tayshawn Cleveland's ready to go. Graham Hurry is also there, too, for the Ramblers. We are underway. The tip controlled by the Bulldogs, eventually anyway. Grayson Carey. He'll handle the basketball quite a bit for this Bulldogs team. Guarded by Littler. Medor wants to try his luck from three-point range. The first one won't fall. That's hit back toward the half-court stripe. It wasn't touched by Halldale. They didn't have possession after the shot, so no backcourt violation. Eldridge. Eldridge slicing through three defenders, scores off the glass.
Carter Eldridge.
Well, that's what Eldridge gives you. Great athleticism, Rob, and a closer at the rim.
He's not shy about taking it that way either. One or two defenders there doesn't make any difference. Corbin Littler with it now. Bilodeau went underneath. The kick out, three on the way, and that is off the side of the backboard. The rebound controlled by the Ramblers. Galusha played that back to Bilodeau. He had it stripped. Halldale. That won't go for Eldridge. And the Ramblers will take it back. Different atmosphere in the building for the Cap City Hoop Classic than there is for the tournament. You hear a little more down on the floor than you usually be able to for these tournament games, especially on a Tuesday or Saturday night, as this three is on the way, and it's good. That's Corbin Littler. And again, he is a junior rather, who was very good from shooting outside.
And, of course, still a work day for folks. So it'll be filling up as the workday gets over.
Yeah, certainly there's that as well. As Grayson Carey wants to answer with a three, couldn't do so. Eldridge the rebound and the putback good.
Carter Eldridge.
So Eldridge is all four of Halldale's points, and the Bulldogs lead by one.
Haven't had a stoppage yet.
Corbin Littler setting up in front of the Halldale bench. Bilodeau now, watched by Medor. Curie trying to get underneath, guarded by Grayson Carey. Tough pass to make in underneath. Miss. Second chance is good, though, by Littler.
Corbin Littler.
And he has all 5 points for the Ramblers, who have a 1-point lead. Screen set by Cleveland. Ramblers picked it up. Eldridge underneath, missed the shot. Good pass from Medor to set him up. And one wouldn't fall for the Halldale junior.
Yeah, rear miss underneath for Carter.
Littler outside. Here's Josh Foster with it. Littler baseline was picked up. Good switch by Halldale. That forces the eventual turnover. Now the Bulldogs on the run. Grayson Carey into the paint, lost his dribble. Eldridge Pass Hurry. Scoring off the glass.
Carter Eldridge.
6 for Eldridge. Now a 1-point lead for Halldale.
Still not a whistle.
No, we played almost half the quarter.
You know, I'm doing clock as well here because we couldn't get the automated clock, so we are unofficial, but we're pretty official right now. We have to stop it.
Just turn it on, let it run.
It's like the Y League.
It's like a soccer match. Littler going to the hole strong. Missed the shot, though, but Winthrop on the rebound. We'll start over again. Foster into the corner. There's a 3 on the way. It rolls out for Littler, and the rebound grab by Josiah Brown. Carey. Eldridge open for 3. It's off the iron. That's Galusha with the rebound. He's coming back quickly for Winthrop. Nice no-look pass outside. Hurry saved it, but he passed it right to Davis Medor. Eldridge. Wouldn't fall. Cleveland right there. Flop warning given for one of the Ramblers.
Yeah, you and I were talking about that a little bit.
We'll wait and see if they're going to call that. They want to wait and make the play continue first. But, yeah, you were talking, Rob, that's something we've seen a little bit here at the Civic Center and as well as early in the season all across the board. So a warning given. The next time would be a technical foul.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who it's on.
No. One player is enough to warn the entire team. Halldale basketball.
Pair of games today.
And girls will be following this one. Same 2 opponents, the Ramblers and the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just one stream.
Cleveland's Eldridge with a rebound. 2 more.
Carter Eldridge.
So a great first quarter start for Carter Eldridge with 8 points already.
Yeah, and he's missed a couple that he normally makes.
Carey with a steal. Halldale with a 3-on-2. Carey will take it himself. Cleveland with a rebound. Scores.
Tayshawn Cleveland.
Bulldogs with a, as I mentioned, strong inside game. They had Eldridge coming back, but Cleveland being added to that. Has a very good duo in the paint, both offensively and defensively for Halldale.
As you said, inside, outside as well. Carey's a good player. Medor's a good playmaker.
And Gilbert, who just came in the contest, knocked that out of bounds. Gilbert, the 6'1 sophomore in the game now. And also in with him was Reed Parlin, the 5'7 junior, number 2. Fury. Good spin move, and he drew the contact. So a chance for Graham Fury to get himself on the scoreboard from the line.
Fouls on number 21, Tayshawn Cleveland. That's his first, team's first.
First foul called in this game comes 5 minutes and 21 seconds in, and Graham Hurry at the line to shoot 2. He's got the first. And the second. So a 3-point lead for Halldale. Carey still handling the offense and running the offense for the Bulldogs. Reed Parlin's first touch. And a player control foul drawn by Jake Galusha. Grayson Carey got in a bit of a pickle down there and was trapped between defenders. That's the first foul on Carey, second on the Bulldogs.
Fouls on number 10, Grayson Carey. That's his first.
No pressure from Halldale as Foster inbounds. Littler and Foster playing pass. This is Josh Foster here. Foster picked up by Cleveland. Littler passing off to Bilodeau. Here's Foster again. Littler around the screen. Hurry traveled. That'll give the ball back to the Bulldogs. Carey crossing the timeline. Do miss that Civic Center logo at the center court for at the Augusta Civic Center.
Yeah, that'll come up for the tournament.
You'll have that out for that, yes. Cleveland for three. They dared him to shoot. Couldn't drop it. Great hustle on the floor by Landon Gilbert. And it's a jump ball, the arrow pointing in Winthrop's direction.
Checking in for the Bulldogs, Josiah Brown.
Josiah Brown in the contest now. He'll give Cleveland a break. As the Bulldogs have made 3 changes so far. Hunter Kilgore for the Ramblers is yet to go to his bench. Littler. Here's Galusha. Great alertness there by Eldridge to come back and anticipate the pass. Eldridge spinning. Eldridge tried to pass that off the last moment to Landon Gilbert, and that's over his head. And Nick Wagner comes in. He'll be the first sub for the Ramblers here this afternoon.
Checking in for Winthrop, number 5, Nick Wagner.
Wagner will take Galusha's spot. Philadelphia having a hard time getting it in, but he did find Littler. Littler picked up by Eldridge right away. Gilbert guarding Wagner. Hurry. Taking on 3 Bulldogs. Start too strong. The rebound came right back to the Ramblers, but it won't fall for Bilodeau. Now Grayson Carey. Not quite strong enough. There's Eldridge. Will have his 2 more points. Not that time. Putback wouldn't fall either. He thought he got fouled. But he's got it here. Did get fouled. He'll go to the line. 3 opportunities for the Bulldogs. They had a chance to cash it in on 2 shots on the line for Carter Eldridge.
Bulldogs busy on the offensive board, keeping offensive chances alive. 3 times that time.
At the line for 2, Carter Eldridge.
So Hurry's foul was the first on both himself and the Ramblers, and Eldridge hits the first. He'll give Halldale a 5-point lead if he can bury this one. And does. Whoa. Almost a miscue as far as the inbounds play. And alert play by Josh Foster to realize it was a live ball that he was just handed. And not step out of bounds to try to re-inbound it. Bilodeau outside. Littler for 3. It's short. Turns out to be a good pass, though. That's rejected from behind, and it ends up with Grayson Carey. Carey escaping 2 defenders. Carey try to bounce that in underneath. It's off Hurry, and it'll stay with the Bulldogs. Fast-moving first quarter, 28.2 seconds remaining, and Tayshawn Cleveland back in. Carter Eldridge will get the last 28.2 seconds of this first quarter off. Bulldogs trying to inbound. They find Cleveland with 25 seconds to go. Gilbert got in deep underneath, had to kick it out to Reed Parlin. And a 3-second violation called against Halldale. Bulldogs will pressure here with 20.5 seconds to go. The arrow is pointing in their direction. Winthrop, you would think, will work for the last shot here. Bulldogs would love to pick up a turnover and get a chance to get it back. Scoring, get the ball out of the break. 10 seconds remaining. Nick Wagner. Littler. Guarded by Cleveland. Littler stops. Passes underneath, deflected to Parlin, and that'll do it for the first quarter. So Halldale with a 5-point lead after 8 minutes of basketball here at the Capital City Hoop Classic on Munzing Media.
For years, you've worked hard, saved wisely, and dreamed of this moment. Retirement is one of life's biggest decisions. You don't have to navigate it alone. With Gosline Retirement Planning by your side, you can retire with confidence. We're a team of fiduciaries who specialize in the transition from work life to retirement life, and we're here to help. We at GRP are committed to building a plan that lets you live and give better than you thought possible.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munzing Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munzing Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Since 1892. And it changes the game, 35-26. This has been a wacko affair.
10 points for Carter Eldridge in the first quarter for Halldale. He's got 10 of the Bulldogs' 12 points. Corbin Littler with 5 points. He leads the Ramblers, 5 out of their 7. Graham Hurry with the other 2 for Winthrop. And Tayshawn Cleveland with a bucket for Halldale as we rip through that first period, just 6 whistles.
Yeah, we surely did. You're going to see Carter's Eldridge right here. Going to take head and shoulder fake, go to the hoop, and lay it up and in here. And that's part of his high score for the game.
Medor back in the contest. Medor trying to work his way in. Owen Free is checked in. He's over on the wing on that far side. Cleveland, 3 defenders around him, took the shot. It was partially blocked by Galusha. That's why it didn't quite make it as far as Cleveland wanted it. Nick Wagner and Littler. Guard pair, Nick Wagner. Littler again, he already has 1 3. That one won't fall. Hurry skying for the rebound. The putback is good.
Graham Hurry.
So Hurry now with 4 points. Medor tried to force a pass. Lucked out when it was tipped right back to him. Medor badgered by Bilodeau. Screen set by Gilbert. Bilodeau picked up on it too. Cleveland goes to the hole. Strong take won't fall. He got his own rebound. And he's called for the foul.
Fouls on Halldale's Landon.
That was Gilbert who got the foul.
Team's first.
So first on Gilbert. Kandock Ring into the contest now for the Ramblers. The junior wears number 0. He's got the ball now, making his first appearance of the evening. Ring in a difficult spot. He went over and back. So one place you can't put the brakes on is right there by that red center stripe. The Bulldogs will inbound over by the scorer's table. Owen Free will handle that duty. Medor looking at options. Cleveland moving a bit inside. They'll go that way. Here he is right there with him. Cleveland, Ring, good step out to alter that shot. That was last touch by Josias Brown by the looks of things. And that went off a Halldale hand, and it did. Ramblers basketball. Bulldogs pressuring again here with that 3-point lead. Now they'll back off a bit. Eldridge watching Littler. Ring. Hurry wants the long 3, and that's why. Tie game. Graham Hurry launching from NCAA range.
Boy. And that's one of the things. Got the 2 3-point lines on here, and we saw it in the Gardner game the other day. Kids ignoring the first line.
Well, he's doing a good job working it inside, but the shot's not falling. Hurry with the rebound. The Ramblers a chance to take the lead. But a traveling violation called. So Halldale gets the ball back, and Grayson Carey enters the game for Josias Brown.
Well, I think Halldale's getting the looks they want, Rob, as you said, inside, but just not dropping yet.
Owen Free. Carey left alone for 3. Got it.
Grayson Carey for 3.
3 points now for Carey. His first bucket, and Galusha was all by himself. And Carey got there just in time to challenge the play. He was going to defer and give up the shot. The Bulldogs catch a break when the shot didn't fall. Carey crossing the timeline. Medor watched by Ring. Free. Eldridge to the left hand for 2.
Carter Eldridge.
He's got a dozen. Winthrop taking advantage of Halldale getting back slowly, but a great block by Davis Medor, who just ghosted out of nowhere to knock that out of bounds.
It's a good hustle play. Put your head down, run to the spot, and that's what Davis Medor did. Shout out to his man Jamie watching out in California.
Josh
Hayden's playing out there for St. Joe's. She's out on that trip, and I'm sure she's watching here today and doing double mom duty. One via Munson Media.
Carson Matisse in the game now, the 6'1 sophomore. Kandock ring to Wagner for Winthrop. Galusha underneath. That's Foster. And it wouldn't fall. Bulldogs trying to turn it into offense quickly. There's Eldridge. And a blocking foul will send the Halldale Junior to the line.
Well, here's the previous Eldridge finish right here. You're going to see he gets right outside the paint, goes up. Watch it change to the left hand, away from the defender, off the glass, up and in. Beautifully done.
Eldridge has one more. Looking for his 14th point. And he has it. Audio up by 7. Littler and Ring playing pass. Here's Galusha. Littler, nice look down low. And it looked like Cleveland got a touch on that one. I think he might have deflected that off. Eldridge underneath, scoring again. The Ramblers have no answer for him.
Well, not many teams have this year, Rob.
I say they're not unique in that regard.
Yeah. He had a big game in the game that you were away doing Dartmouth hockey, and he was dominant in that game. Good finisher.
And 19 against Wells.
Yeah.
That was his season high so far, but he's approaching that already with 16. Galusha worked outside. Foster. Cleveland has the rebound off the miss. Davis Mador challenged by Foster. Matisse trying to set the screen. Mador run to the Winthrop bench. Foster lined up with him again. Eldridge. He's just doing what he wants. That time it wouldn't fall. Littler with a strong rebound for Winthrop.
Yeah, it's been a 9-point run. Remember, Winthrop had the ball, as you said, Robert, a chance to take the lead at 12-12.
Ring's pass almost intercepted. Littler with the quick hands to maintain possession. And then turn and almost score. Halfway down through the cylinder, it popped back out. Grayson Carey. Too strong. There's the rebound. Matisse wouldn't go for him either. Ring. A full timeout taken by Hunter Kilgore. First timeout taken by either team, and we'll take a break as well. 21-12 is the score. Halldale by 9 over Winthrop on Munson Media.
When you need top quality aggregate, you need McGee Construction. From gravel, sand, and crushed stone to specialty materials, McGee Construction has supplied Maine's contractors and homeowners for over 35 years. No project is too big or too small. Whether you're building a driveway, a home, a highway, we've got the materials you need delivered on time every time. For reliable service, expert advice, and high-quality aggregate, trust McGee Construction. Built on trust, driven by quality.
Remaining in the first half, Halldale with a 9-0 run to break open a 12-12 tie and lead 21-12. Capital City Hoop Classic. Ramblers and Bulldogs, the first of 2 Halldale-Winthrop games we'll show you today on Munson Media. The girls' game will go up directly following this one. Busy day of basketball here in Augusta. It always is, in the week after the Christmas holiday. It's supposed to be on Monday, pushed back to New Year's Eve after the inclement weather Monday morning especially. You know, the right call, too, is even Monday afternoon trying to drive around the roads. It was no picnic. Gee, yesterday up north, they were still dealing with that, too. Caribou said they took them forever to get down to Foxcroft, which is redundant anyway because it takes forever to get to Foxcroft even on a good day from Caribou. They arrived a little late, and the roads and the ice is the reason why. Curie off the iron, the rebound, right to Grayson Carey. Waste no time. No, got it rejected. But it came right back out. The roll wouldn't fall, however, for Austin Ferry. But a great rejection by Hurry. Galusha, little fade away for two.
Jake Galusha.
First 2 points for Galusha in the contest, and it stops the 9-0 Halldale run. Carry to Ferry. Ferry's a 5'7" sophomore. This is his first action today. Matisse down to Cleveland. Cleveland doubled, and he'll go to the line. You got Bilodeau for the foul. That's his first.
Fouls on number 32. Josh
Oh, take
Foster.
that back. It was Foster.
His first, team second.
So it's first on Foster. Cleveland hits the first.
On the line for two is Tayshaun Cleveland.
Corbin Littler got a quick breather. He's back in, 0 free. She scratched that. Josias Brown has come back in for Hall, number 22. Tayshaun Cleveland, one more shot. That one won't fall for him. 3 points now for Cleveland. No one in any foul trouble, really. 3 players with 1 for each team. That's it. The Bulldogs get the ball back.
Yeah, very few whistles in this, Rob. Very fast moving first half.
Yeah, very few turnovers. We have
Yep.
one right here. Not many of those. Only 6 fouls combined between the two teams. We're 90 seconds away from halftime. This has flown. Carey. Eldridge set the screen. Excellent work by Beauchene to get right around it. And a perfect pass from Grayson Carey, finished off by Tayshaun Cleveland.
Grayson Carey.
He wanted to put in the highlight package.
Oh, boy, yeah, we'll have a replay coming up. We'll run it back away so you see the whole passing sequence. It's beautifully done.
Yeah, the pass was just as good as the finish, if not better. Beauchene did well to keep that play alive, but it's stolen by Grayson Carey. Nope, not 2 more yet. Cleveland now, keep the playing alive for Halldale. Cleveland spinning, scoring.
Tayshaun Cleveland.
Clear the track for the big boy.
That's the one thing, too, about that earlier flop warning. You're probably not going to get calls on contact that aren't glaringly obvious down there. As a Rambler player went down, and there was some contact. But it's going to have to be extremely obvious now. That's the other negative to the flop warning that Winthrop picked up really early in this game, just a couple minutes in.
Carey, that's his second, team
Grayson
second.
Carey called for his second foul.
Well, you just see Cleveland just having his way down there. It's
Bulldogs, Reed Parlin.
tough, hard-nosed finish.
Cleveland out of the game now has 5 points in the second quarter, 7 all told.
We still got that beautiful pass play to show you, too, but it's a little longer replay. Didn't want to run it.
We can do that right before we step aside for
Yeah.
halftime, which is only 30 seconds away.
Let's do it.
Machine. Hurry for 3. Rattled out. Close but no. Halldale now with it. Eldridge. Back outside. Reed Parlin for 3. No good. Bilodeau hustles for the rebound. 10 seconds to work for the Ramblers. And they'll eventually get Landon Gilbert for the foul. That's his first.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt anything either.
Actually, take it back. It's Landon's second foul.
Fouls on number 23, Landon Gilbert. That's his second, team's third.
Yeah, no team even close to putting the other in the bonus in the first half at all. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Ramblers have to hurry. Bilodeau around the screen. Has to get rid of it. And Littler won't get the chance to fire at the buzzer. So we played one half of basketball here at the Augusta Civic Center. And it is 26-14. Big part of the reason why. Plays like this.
Yeah, we're taking this all the way back so you can see the floor spacing, the offensive set, beautifully run. Coach could use this one on as a clinic right here. Watch it. Several options. But what I want to point out, the floor spacing's beautiful. And there goes the back cut right there. Watch it right here. Up and over, and one timer up and in. Beautifully executed by the Bulldogs there. And they lead it at the half, 26-14.
We'll step aside for a break, come back, run down some numbers here at halftime. You just heard the score. You're watching the Capital City Hoop Classic on Munzing Media.
Our goal in public service is to improve the quality of life in communities. This is the Public Service and Social Sciences Department. We originally started with criminal justice, and then we added more programming.
I'm in the forensic science program.
I want to become a state fire investigator.
State trooper.
I want to be a game warden.
Forensic psychologist.
Behavioral health professional.
CM offers a lot more hands-on learning than most places.
The only way to give them that experience is to do that through immersive scenario training.
You actually dust their fingerprints.
Learning how to go through, take pictures, what to look for.
We are the only college in the state of Maine that offers a third-year advanced certificate in police operations.
It is a great way of excelling your career and jump-starting you onto that path.
Public Service Simulation Center allows us to fully implement an immersive training environment.
Can I see your other hand?
You just don't want to get boxed in.
We teach de-escalation and empathetic communication to better address community needs.
The instructors are awesome.
They really care about our education.
We have people that teach who have been members or are actively members of these industries. This is a one-of-a-kind program.
It's prepared me to have a step up in my professional career. Here at the school, they're really invested in our education.
It's a nice environment.
At Fowler's Roofing, our staff and crews are very reliable and professional. We've been servicing New England for over a decade. When we approach a job from the free estimate to the finished product, the #1 goal is establishing trust with the homeowner and to provide them with 100% satisfaction. We specialize with shingle roofing, framing, siding, earthwork, metal roofing, metal buildings, and so much more. We are proud members of the Better Business Bureau, the Kennebec Valley Chamber of Commerce, and the Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce. We are fully certified, thoroughly insured, and we offer a 24-hour emergency service serving the state of Maine, as well as a 5-year warranty on labor. As a business in the Kennebec County area, we are very proud to be a continuing sponsor for local schools and sports teams, building a better community with Fowler's.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
Jeff Harder here, partner of CBU Advantage. Hey, if you're looking for a career that puts you in control, CBU Advantage can help show you the way. Become a licensed Medicare health plan sales agent. We will give you the tools to unlock six-figure income potential while making a meaningful difference in the lives of your clients. We're going to provide you with the ability to generate year-over-year income growth, all while owning your own business. You can even work from home if needed. In short, enjoy financial freedom and the tools to succeed in a thriving business. Let's have a conversation. We'll talk to you all soon.
Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grandpa Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help.
Rob Munzing back here with you at the Augusta Civic Center Capital City Hoop Classic, and Halldale leads their arch rival Winthrop 26-14 here at halftime. For the Bulldogs, it's all about the strong inside game. In fact, Rob Munzing and I talking off air, they're getting the looks they wanted, and if they were burying the shots as well as they would like to, the lead would be even larger than the dozen they enjoy right now.
Oh, absolutely, Rob. They, it was 12-12, and it looked like Winthrop had a chance to take the lead. They didn't get it. 9 straight points run off by the Bulldogs, and they finished the half strong here and lead it 26-14, as you said. We're taking a look across to some of the brain trust running this one of the oldest tournaments, Christmas holiday tournaments here in the state of Maine. Taking a look at some of the crowd down there as well.
Take a look at some of the numbers as well. We'll start with the Winthrop Ramblers. Graham Hury leading the way with 7 points. He's got a three-pointer. 2 for 2 from the line, the only 2 free throws that the Ramblers had in the first half. Corbin Littler with 5 points. He had a 3-point bucket as well, and Jake Kalusha has a couple of points. Nobody at all for this Winthrop team in any kind of foul trouble after one half. Over on the Halldale side of the ledger, the Bulldogs being led by Carter Eldridge, far and away the leading scorer in this game. 16 points, 4 for 4 from the line. He's got 6 buckets from the field. Tayshawn Cleveland now with 7 points, 1 for 2 from the line with 3 buckets. And Grayson Carey has 1 3-point bomb. His 1 bucket in the game. He's got 3 points. Halldale's a couple of players with 2 fouls. Grayson Carey playing with 2, and Landon Gilbert also playing with 2 fouls in this game. So that's the rundown here at halftime. Our halftime report brought to you by Kennebec Savings. We'll step aside for one more break. We come back at second half action between Halldale and Winthrop here on Munzing Media.
We want to let you know that CB Matson, one of our proud sponsors, they've been providing in-state housing here in the state of Maine since 1959. They've got several locations. They've got some openings right now. Check them out on Facebook, and information on how to apply for any of the CB Matson housing right on their Facebook page. We thank them, fine folks. Love basketball as well. Tune in a lot of times to watch our games. We thank them very, very much for that. And certainly here at the Augusta Civic Center, we want to thank the folks downstairs doing the work. Got Buddy Sargent been here for the last couple of days, keeping us informed on any of the cancellations and such. So I want to thank Buddy for all he does. And saw TJ Maines down there just to his left. Left on the screen, TJ, the fine athletic director here. I want to thank him for inviting us up here to do the games that, of the teams we cover. We get a lot of questions, Rob, about, how we choose our games, what we do. We used to be more regional. We've probably, since COVID, cut that down a little bit, where we picked up a lot more games at Central Maine Community College, so we're really concentrating on our Halldale and our Gardner games, and that's where we have our local sponsors, and we thank all those local sponsors for all their fine work with us here over the course of our school year. And certainly we want to welcome in a new sponsor here, and a new award for the end of the game, as McLaughlin Fence is going to have an award here. They're going to have the defensive player of the game. So we thank them for coming on board here. You see the graphic we made up for them, McLaughlin Fence, defensive player of the game. So Fences are good neighbors. Kevin McLaughlin doing a great job, and certainly if you have a job done by McLaughlin Fence, Kevin will be at your job site doing the game. So this will be the first time we've given this out, Rob, so we got a little work to do here on the defensive end too. We got to find somebody dominating the boards, making some steals, doing things like that. And that'll go along with our Capsa Pizza, which we're now making the offensive player of the game. So I don't even think Rob knew that.
No,
I even told him that. So
I'm picking this up right now. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I can now focus on that in the second half as far as who will get that McLaughlin Fence defensive player of the game.
Well, we gave the first couple out over at Gardner, and we'll continue to do it for the rest of the games that we have at Halldale and for Gardner. In fact, our next game coming up here, we have our next Halldale game. We can show you this right here before we come back for the second half. It's going to be Madison coming down to take on the Halldale Bulldogs boys game on the 14th. That's a 6:30 start. You long for the call, that one, Rob? Yeah, it's a midweek one, right?
It's a midweek one. Yeah. I'll be there, yes, absolutely.
Rob, sometimes, he has to go play on ESPN Plus and Nesson Plus and Nesson and all that. That's his secondary job away from Munzing Media. So
right, I moonlight every once in a while with them sometimes.
Fantastic, Rob.
But yeah, that Madison game should be a very good one too, so looking forward to that. All right, underway here in the second half. Winthrop with the basketball. They are wearing the road grays and attacking from right to left. That's Evan Bilodeau handing off to Corbin Littler. Galusha. Bilodeau with it. If the Ramblers can start hitting outside shots and making stops like they had been defensively, they can get themselves right back in this game. But Halldale ending the half with a 14-2 run. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Graham Hury, another 3. And that's a huge bucket. That brings the game back within single digits again, 26-19.
I think that's his third 3.
That's at least his second. I'm going to check for sure. Unofficially, all my numbers aren't official.
One of those might have been a 2 from outside.
Harry's got 2, and Littler has the other.
Carter Eldridge.
And Carter Eldridge just can't stop scoring.
Well, that one almost ran the clock out.
Bulldogs by 11. Here come the Ramblers. Littler. Bilodeau back to Galusha. Littler again, now Bilodeau. Walking right on that arc. Into the corner. Littler drives, nice dish. And a better rejection coming over to knock that away, Josias Brown. Littler inbounding. And he was standing on the red paint when he touched the basketball, so Halldale will take advantage.
Yeah, just ate him up. Nothing you could do about it. Your instinct is to catch a ball. You forget where you are sometimes.
Just reactionary. Not much you can do. It comes back to you, reach for it. Davis Medor. Brown into Cleveland. And Cleveland off the glass, no good. Rebound pops to Galusha. And Hurry will lay this in, but the whistle came first. A foul called on Halldale, the first foul on either team here in the second half. It's on Davis Medor. Oh, scratch that. It's on Grayson Carries. That's 3 on Carey. That means Reed Parlin will re-enter the game and take Carey's spot. Nick Wagner back in for the Ramblers. He's got the basketball here. Carey. Bilodeau to Foster, who resets in the center circle. Corbin Littler. Wagner trying to work on Parlin, the 2 players who just came in. Bilodeau back outside. Littler for 3. It's short. The rebound, Tayshaun Cleveland. Halldale working quickly. Eldridge takes it strong, won't go. And the rebound, great positioning by Hury to make sure he got the ball, and there was no second chance for Eldridge. Bilodeau over the top. The pass to Littler, knocked out of bounds, and Littler was the last to touch it, so Halldale gets the ball back. Medor moseying up the courts, picked up by Bilodeau. Cleveland. Eldridge in the paints, just rattled out. And again, it adds to your point, Rob Munzing, the Bulldogs getting the looks they wanted. And if those shots have been falling more than they had been, this game's probably already out of reach for Halldale.
Yeah, good point, Rob. Absolutely.
Nick Wagner, he got by Parlin. Nice pass. And the finish from Graham Hury.
Graham Hury from Nick Wagner.
Hury's got a dozen now. He leads the Ramblers.
Yeah, he's got 12 out on 19.
Eldridge got some daylights, and it just isn't falling for him. Cleveland, though, gets another one. That basket counts.
Tayshaun Cleveland with a hoop in the arm.
So Cleveland gets to shoot one more. Fouls on
number 32,
Josh Foster. That's his second.
That's his second.
Yeah, just seeing Cleveland just so strong underneath, Rob. He goes up through traffic and able to get it home, just muscles that one home.
Halldale Sr. trying to complete the three-point play and give the Bulldogs a 12-point lead. A shot short. So Halldale by 11 is Graham Hury up the court. Bilodeau. 11-footer's good. That's the shot to take. You have it open. Evan Bilodeau buries it for his first 2 points of the contest.
Yeah, they've got to have somebody else pick up some scoring here. Bilodeau hit that one.
Back within single digits again. Parlin. Now Medor. Nick Wagner keeping a close eye. Medor stripped, but he can dribble again. Medor into the paint. Medor got in deep, and he earns a trip to the line. He took on all 5 of the Ramblers out there on the floor and rewarded with a couple of free throws.
Fouls on number 10, Jake Galusha.
Galusha's foul is his second.
Team second at the line for 2, Davis Medor.
So Medor looking for his first point and has it. Landon Gilbert back in for Halldale. He'll take Josiah Brown's spot. Gilbert's got to be a little careful with 2 fouls.
Good complementary depth that Chris Ranslow has over there.
Medor hits both. He's got his first 2 points.
He's got subs for guards, subs for the bigs.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options to choose from on that bench. And a fairly strong Class C South at the top. That's going to become very important in the postseason. Bilodeau to Galusha. Galusha into the paint. Strong hoop by Galusha. Galusha with 4 points now. The Ramblers now need some stops. Cleveland turns, fires, hits.
Ooh.
Pretty shot by Tayshawn Cleveland. He's in double digits now with 11.
Yeah, if he's going to hit that thing on a regular basis, boy, that's going to be a tough defensive assignment.
That's the thing. The big man can shoot, as can Jake Galusha. 4 straight points for him for the Ramblers.
Yeah, both teams find their range offensively here, Rob, in the third quarter.
Business has picked up a little bit. In fact, Winthrop with 13 points here in the quarter. Had just 12 in the first half. Cleveland. That long range one won't go, and Gilbert knocked that out of bounds, so it's Winthrop basketball.
Yeah, going to see I think this is going to be the Cleveland shot from outside. Gets the bounce pass, goes right up. Beautiful looking shot there by Cleveland.
Medor kept it in bounds. Gilbert's couldn't save it, but he knocked it off of Wagner, so it's Halldale basketball.
Yeah, good
Credit
hustle
Davis
play.
Medor for keeping that play alive.
Yeah, good hustle play. Seen Medor do that a couple of times in the game.
Great dexterity to keep that ball in and walk on the tightrope on that sideline. Davis Medor. There's Reed Parlin with it here. Underneath, Cleveland hits it. That's the elements that Tayshawn Cleveland can bring inside. We already see what he can do outside here in this third quarter. He's up to 13 points.
Yeah, nice little feed inside by Medor on the bounce pass.
5-second call, and Halldale gets it back again. And Tayshawn's catching up to Carter Eldridge, who's got 18 points.
Well, it's nice that they can complement each other like that, Rob. You know, it doesn't just fall on one guy for the Bulldogs.
Reed Parlin setting up for Halldale. Medor, he's picked up by Evan Bilodeau. Medor handing to Parlin.
Good
Gilbert,
flow.
Cleveland got fouled, and he'll get to shoot 2 more.
Yeah, you saw the flow there of that offensive set in the half court movement, moving out the ball. Good synchronization, continuity of offense, we call that. My high school coach was always screaming about continuity. I had no idea what he was talking about until I had to ask somebody. I said, what the heck does he keep saying continuity for? What's that mean?
Cleveland misses the first. One more chance to score his 14th points.
I want to get on his good side, so from the bench I kept yelling continuity all the time.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Didn't have to know. You didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, still didn't get me in. Came down to not continuity, came down to ability.
No basket.
Yep.
Ooh.
Lane violation on the second shot. We'll take the basket away.
Smiley Robbins watching. Hi, Smiley. Smiley's into all the games. Thanks for watching, Smiley. Happy New Year.
Halldale with some pressure now as Wagner breaks across the timeline. Good work by the Ramblers to work it up floor with really no trouble at all by the Halldale press. Galusha underneath. Foster just wouldn't fall. That was the look they wanted, and he almost cashed it in. Davis Medor. Eldridge underneath the kick out. Owen free. Got in trouble, turned it over. Graham Hurry, a finger roll for 2. He's got 14 points to lead the Ramblers.
Yeah, took the sure basket.
Grayson Carey about to check back in for Halldale. Sitting now with those 3 fouls. Medor. I think the Bulldogs only attempted 1 3-point bucket in this game. It was Grayson Carey's. A player control foul called against Tayshawn Cleveland. That'll be his second.
Yeah, a little push off. Forearm shiver.
Fouls on number 21, Tayshawn Cleveland. That's his second.
That's 2 on Cleveland. Carey back in. Davis Medor gets a rest in the last 90 seconds of this third quarter. Kandok Ring is checked back in the game for Winthrop as well. He's got the basketball. Yuri. Ring. Going back to his left. Kicked ball there as Eldridge denied the pass, but not legally, so Winthrop will keep it.
Josiah Brown checking in.
Josiah Brown back in the game for Halldale, number 22, the 6'2 junior. Tayshawn Cleveland is likely done for the third quarter, and what a quarter it's been for him. The inbounds pass. Galusha took it strong and hits it. We'll see if they get Gilbert for the foul. I think that's who it will be. So Galusha now with 8 points. And Gilbert guilty of the foul. That's 3 now on Gilbert.
Yeah, just seen the end of it. I didn't hit the replay button fast enough.
Galusha's chance for an and one.
He's had a good quarter.
He's good. 9 for Jake. And the lead now 6 as Winthrop is chipped away. They were down by double that. Down by a dozen earlier. Pass underneath. Owen free. The kick out. Pass almost picked off as Matisse played it across. Eldridge. Another strong bucket. Kandok Ring did all he could to deny that, but just too strong from Eldridge.
Yeah, beautiful jump stop there. We'll show you on the replay.
He's up to 20 points now. Ring. Wagner calling over help. Curie. Wagner for 3. Off the iron to the rebound. Matisse. Grayson Carey. Called in with 20 seconds to go, or they play for last shots. They have the arrow as well. Free. Eldridge. Tough angle. Couldn't bury it. Now a chance for the Ramblers. They're back quickly. Galusha rolls around and down. So the Bulldogs took the shot too early. It results in a deuce for the Ramblers. It'll be Halldale basketball on a 6-point lead when we return to the Capital City Hoop Classic here at the Augusta Civic Center on Munzing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse. Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grampy Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help.
Halldale with a 6-point lead. They'll start out with the basketball here in the fourth quarter as we return to the Augusta Civic Center. Glad you're watching wherever you're viewing this game today on Munzing Media. Bulldogs have not trailed in this contest. They've led by as many as 12. But the Ramblers will not go away. Let's see what the fourth quarter brings. It's Grayson Carey in possession for the Bulldogs. Carey guarded by Kandok Ring. Cleveland. Carey again. Trying to go over the top and did to Eldridge, who's in a tough spot, so they'll reset. Carey fires, short. That's last touch by Josiah Brown. It'll be Winthrop basketball. Big possession here for the Ramblers. They can cut the gap to 3 or 4.
Well, they stayed the course, Rob, didn't they? Good for them.
It seemed there were times in this game where the Bulldogs were just going to disappear over the horizon. The Ramblers didn't allow it. Ring. Forced back by Medore, and Medore almost stole that, but he knocked it out of bounds, so Winthrop maintains possession. It'll be Ring to inbound, the 6-foot junior. Each team with 2 players in double digits. For the Ramblers, that's Graham Hury with 14, Jake Kalusha with 11. Carter Eldridge with 20 for Halldale, and Tayshawn Cleveland with 14. Wagner, they work that down the block to Hury. Littler, Kalusha again, tangled with Cleveland, lost the handle, and a foul called as Eldridge went tumbling. Kalusha, I think, was the one who made contact. And it will be Kalusha. That's his third.
Jake Galusha, that's his third, team's first.
The Bulldogs got the stop they wanted, now trying to add to their 6-point lead. Brown. Eldridge. He just cannot be denied right now, Carter Eldridge. Give him a little bit of daylight and he'll exploit it. And once he gets in the paint, good luck stopping him. That was deflected. Tayshawn Cleveland knocked that right to Brown. Eldridge had the pass tipped. Good work by Hury. Well, the Bulldogs maintain control. Grayson Carey. Carrying the return pass from Medore. Cleveland. He'll bulldoze his way in and scores off the glass. So I was Eldridge again. No, okay, good.
You had it right, Rob.
I was going to say, I don't think I'm going crazy here, but TJ Main's a little closer than I was. Thought I'd defer to his view for a second.
Well, if you're going to guess, you might as well guess one of those two.
They've been doing the bulk of the scoring.
They surely have.
Littler on the baseline. Nice pass to Galusha. No. Second chance. Battered around down to Medore. And Medore got fouled. And that's 2 fouls now on the Ramblers here in the fourth quarter.
Fouls on number 5, Nick Wagner.
Just the first on Nick Wagner, however.
First, team second.
Carey. Medore calling forward. He came back out to receive the basketball. Eldridge. Trying to pass that underneath. Kalusha got it with the left foot. Couple subs coming in for Hunter Kilgore's Ramblers. Josh Foster, who started the game, is back in.
Bilodeau and Foster.
Evan Bilodeau, another starter, checking back in as well. Foster's got 3 fouls, the reason why he was on the bench. The shot won't fall for Medore, but he's earned himself a trip to the line.
Fouls on number 14, Corbin Littler.
Littler's foul is his first.
Third at the line from 2, Davis Medore.
Medore with 2 points on the afternoon so far. That's number 3.
Good free throw shooter.
Medore hits them both. Halldale regains the 12-point lead. Evan Bilodeau. Every trip down the floor matters now for the Ramblers as they do not have the clock on their side. They need buckets, down double digits. Bilodeau stops at the elbow. Caught the back rim. Grayson Carey with the rebounds. Carey took the shot, got fouled. That's Bilodeau. Bilodeau's foul is his first.
Yeah, the Ramblers are doing what you don't want to do when you've got to eat into a lead. They're precarious, close to giving up. Well, with the next foul, Halldale will be shooting the rest of the game.
That's the 4th, you're right.
Number 10, Grayson Carey.
Grayson Carey gets 1 more. And neither one would fall for the Halldale sophomore. Josh Foster playing pass with Bilodeau. Little hits the timeline. Nice pass to Galusha. That was perfect by the Ramblers as Corbin Littler finishes off the bounce pass. 7 points now for Littler.
And the type of offensive possessions they need, rat-a-tat-tat.
They really couldn't draw it up any better than they did. Medor for three. That's a dagger. 7 points now for Medor in the game. The second three-point bucket by the Bulldogs. Grayson Carey had one in the first half. Bilodeau. Approaching the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Halldale's lead a baker's dozen. Hury into the paints. Got his own rebound and got fouled.
Now here's a Davis Medor three, and as you said, Rob, at the time, a big one, a dagger, just outside the line. Late closeout, and Davis knocks it down.
That's his third, team first. Graham Hury.
Tayshaun Cleveland picking up his third foul. Graham Hury's at the line. And he hits the first.
Landon Gilbert.
And Gilbert back in. Josiah Brown will have a seat for Chris Ranslow and the Bulldogs. And Graham Hury will get one more. Impressive sophomore with 15 points. Actually 16 points, excuse me. Carey's in trouble. A timeout called by Chris Ranslow. Just a 30, we'll keep it here.
Yeah, I think Coach Ranslow said, hey, wait a minute, guys. Remember we practiced a press breaker? Let's take a look at it. Game to follow. It'll be the girls' game. The same two teams matched up here. And it'll be on the same stream. You won't have to do anything. We'll be about 15 minutes between game time. We'll take a little break. We'll put the splash screen up and a little music playing. As long as you hear that music, you know the game hasn't started yet. We'll come back on probably about 5 minutes before game time, or we'll set it up for you and be set to go. And this will finish our 2025 streaming. I want to thank everybody. So many great people have made contributions to us, sponsors, Halldale sponsors. You've seen their ads playing, and we thank everybody for helping us out, bring these games, and keeping them free for you, too, as well. So thanks for watching here. We know a lot of you not able to get out on a afternoon, so we're glad to be able to do the games. Big games coming up after this from here. If you want to come up and see, Miranda Cook is really good, and it should be a good game to follow this one.
I'm intrigued to watch a little more Miranda Cook this year as well. Both the boys and girls teams are always well coached. They've got talent. It's going to be a factor in Class C. Eldridge spins, shoots, and it rolled out. Graham Hury defensively did all he could to deny the shot and ended up succeeding. Littler to Galusha. Foster kicked out to Littler for three. Boom. That's what the Ramblers needed, and they cut the gap from 11 to 8. But just 3 minutes remain. That's a good first start. Cleveland's got the rebound off the miss from Carey. That won't fall either. And Hury's got it now. Littler is ahead of the defense, but he lost the handle. And the Bulldogs try to cash in the gift here. Cleveland traveled.
Well, with the clock where it is, the Ramblers don't need to be in a hurry offensively here. In the last two possessions, they came down and, it's one of those do's and don'ts. Do you keep the pace that you've had that's got you this lead, or do you choke it down a little bit? Always a strategy.
A lot will depend on what happens here with the Ramblers' possession. Galusha hands that to Foster underneath. And that was last touch by Littler, so the Bulldogs make the stop and they get the ball.
Yeah, Eldridge, good job underneath. Playing on both ends of the floor.
A little pressure now from the Ramblers who need the ball back. Cleveland forced outside by Foster. Medor traveled. Ramblers with a chance to draw closer here. The question for Winthrop is how many more possessions will they have? So each subsequent possession gets more and more important. Galusha. Underneath, Foster lays it in. Josh Foster's first 2 points coming a big time. Now it's a 2-possession game. Mador. Eldridge. Off the glass to answer. 2 dozen now for Eldridge. And the lead back to 8. Bulldogs call for the foul. Gilbert, I think. If so, it's his 4th. That's who it will be.
Fouls on number 23, Landon Gilbert.
Gilbert will come out with those 4 fouls. Josiah Brown back in for Halldale. 100 seconds left. Winthrop needs 8 points. Little back to Littler again. Curie. It's offline. Cleveland with the rebound. Another bucket should seal it for the Bulldogs. They haven't done enough already. Kill some time here. No fouls to give for the Ramblers, which is going to help them right now if they decide they want to put Halldale on the line. Next foul will do that. Carey. There's the foul. That's called against Foster. That's his 4th. Grayson Carey a chance to shoot 2 as the Bulldogs now in the bonus.
That's his 4th, team's 5th. At the line shooting 2 is Grayson Carey.
He's got one more. Just one. Cleveland off the glass. And the Bulldogs take 3 points out of that. As Tayshawn's rebound and putback give him 18 points. That's probably enough for Halldale now with just 1:04 left. Bulldogs got a lead early. And they've really kind of sat around a between 7 and 12-point lead for most of the second half. Winthrop's cut it to 6 on a couple occasions. Every time they have, Halldale revs the engine and pulls away. 1:04 to go. It'll take some kind of comeback by the Ramblers. Both these teams with aspirations to play deep into the postseason. The Ramblers, most recent gold ball in 2020. They beat Dexter that year, 51-41. Bulldogs played for a gold ball in 2018. Ran into the Shildreth brothers up at George Stevens Academy. And Stevens won 64-49, the Bulldogs' last championship. The first go-round for Chris Ranslow. Back in 2005, he was the head coach, and the Bulldogs beat Dexter 49-31. Under a minute to go. Littler got bumped. Got the ball away. It was stolen by Cleveland. And he stepped on the sidelines. That'll stay with the Ramblers. Nice behind-the-back dribble to almost keep that alive by Cleveland, but he didn't have enough room. Foster to Littler for 3. Won't go. Spike back inbounds, but right to Josiah Brown. And Brown gets rid of it to Eldridge. Halldale with numbers. There's Mador passing off, and it's dunked home by Cleveland.
Exclamation mark right there.
There's the chef's kiss at the end of the game for the Bulldogs. We now lead by 13. Great pass to Hurry, though. And he scores. Just got over Brown's fingertips. Carter Eldridge, who did the damage in the first half, leading the way with 24 points. Carey will just hold the basketball. The clock will run out. The Bulldogs with a 54-43 win to go 6-0 and remain perfect on the season. The Ramblers now 3-4 as they head into the new year of 2026. So we'll step aside, take a break. When we come back, we'll have a couple awards to give out. The McClellan Fence Defensive Player of the Game, the Caps' Pizza Offensive Player of the Game, We'll have that for you next, and then the Halldale girls and the Ramblers girls will battle. That's all coming up on Muncie Media.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
Jeff Harder here, partner of CBU Advantage. Hey, if you're looking for a career that puts you in control, CBU Advantage can help show you the way. Become a licensed Medicare health plan sales agent. We will give you the tools to unlock six-figure income potential while making a meaningful difference in the lives of your clients. We're going to provide you with the ability to generate year-over-year income growth, all while owning your own business. You can even work from home if needed. In short, enjoy financial freedom and the tools to succeed in a thriving business. Let's have a conversation. We'll talk to you all soon.
For 54-43, Halldale with a win over Winthrop. The Bulldogs now 6-0. The Ramblers 3-4 on the season. A couple of awards to give. We'll do the Capsa's Pizza Offensive Player of the Game award first, and that's going to go to Carter Eldridge. Eldridge with 24 points to lead all scorers in this contest. Many of those, in fact, most of those in the first half. The Bulldogs took a fairly commanding lead early on in this game, and most of that on the shots from in the paint by Carter Eldridge. He gets our Capsa's Pizza Player of the Game award. He gets a free 10. The McClellan Fence Defensive Player of the Game, Tayshawn Cleveland, who cleaned up the defensive glass to go with his 20 points overall. He's our Defensive Player of the Game, the first Halldale Defensive Player of the Game from McClellan Fence. Go ahead.
Yeah, so thanks for both our post-game sponsors and all our sponsors here making these games possible for you here from Bulldog Land. And I want to thank Rob Kennedy. Great call on this game as well. We'll be here another game.
You want the final numbers?
Yeah, and we'll have final numbers first from Rob.
So for Winthrop first, Graham Hury led the way with 18 points and a couple of threes. Jake Kalusha, 11 points. Corbin Littler, 10 points. He had a couple of threes as well. 2 points for Evan Bilodeau and 2 points for Josh Foster, rounding out the scoring for the Ramblers. For the Halldale Bulldogs, we mentioned Carter Eldridge leading the way with 24 points. Tayshawn Cleveland followed with 20 points. Davis Medor with 7 points. He had a 3-point bucket. Grayson Carey with 4 points. He had a 3-point bucket as well. So the Bulldogs with only 4 players on the score sheet, but enough to get the 54 points and win this game 54-43. So we'll step aside for a break. When we come back, it's girls action. Same two teams, the Halldale Bulldogs and the Winthrop Ramblers. They're next on Munzing Media. Here with you at the Augusta Civic Center. Rob Kennedy, Rob Munzing, Owen Munzing, set for the second of our Bulldogs-Ramblers doubleheader. The girls' game about to get underway. Halldale coming in 0-4. The Ramblers 4-1 overall. We'll kind of talk about both these teams and set things up in just a moment, as we're about to have our starting lineups introduced in just a second here. Once TJ Maines is back behind the desk and has the microphone, he'll let us know who the players are. But the Bulldogs last year finished 15-3 in the regular season. They were the top seed in C-South, and they went all the way to the state finals before losing to Penobscot Valley, that juggernaut Howlers program. That's the third trip to the state finals in the last 4 years for the Bulldogs, with a win in 2022. But all good things have to come to an end for Halldale. We'll talk more about the current makeup of this team right now. Very, very young, as TJ Maines introduces both teams.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you to Bud Surgeon. Been here for every single game. Buddy, just a great ambassador for youth sports. I've known Buddies for 50 years. He was on our very first 1975 Gardner Tiger football team.
And I had to go root for Coney with his kids playing there, of course.
Well, yeah.
Split loyalties.
But Buddy, great helper always.
5'4" sophomore, number 3, Genevieve Ciccarelli. 5'7" freshman, number 5, Cassidy Benson. 5'9" sophomore, number 12, Gabby Russell. And a 5'7" senior, number 31, Sierra Gibbons. Bulldogs are coached by Shane Abbott and assisted by Kristen Garnett. And now our starters for the Winthrop Ramblers. 5'3" sophomore, number 4, Bella Bear. 5'4" junior, number 5, Kylie Manser. 5'3" junior, number 13, Sierra Harriman. 5'7" sophomore, number 21, Evelyn Mortimer. And a 5'9" sophomore, number 33, Kylie Savage. The Ramblers are led by head coach John Bear and assisted by Chelsea Backus and Joe.
So your starters for both teams. So for the Bulldogs, a very young team overall. Just one senior, scratch that, 2 seniors on the roster, and Shea O'Connor and Sierra Gibbons. And Gibbons really the only starter back from last year's team. The team lost Tori Tibbetts, who was first team all-conference. Marie Benoit was second team. Jade Graham, honorable mention. And it's a new coach as well, with Shane Abbott taking over too. So this Bulldogs team, it's a work in progress. And again, that's happens all the time when you see a team that's had such a prolonged run of success. They oftentimes will have to kind of rebuild a little bit. That's what Halldale is doing. And Winthrop's been there before as well, but they're coming off a 14-4 season last year. They lost to Halldale in the regional semis, 69-36. But this year, 4-1, despite losing Ella Rice and Madeline Wagner, who are both first-team All-MVC. They've won 4 straight. They opened up losing to Maranacook 42-25. They knocked off Lisbon, Old Orchard Beach, Mountain Valley, and most recently Trape 36-35 on December 18th. They were supposed to play Mount Abram. That game got postponed. So here we go. Winthrop wearing the whites, Halldale the blacks here, and Sierra Gibbons with a steal has the ball for Halldale. Gibbons wore 15 last year, changed to number 31 this year. First shot by Shea O'Connor won't go. The follow-up won't either. Rebound brought back up court by the Ramblers. 3 on the way, and it won't fall for Kylie Manser. Manser certainly within that range. Mortimer handing off. Savage back outside. Another 3 on the way. This time it's good. Here's Manser for the first 3 points. Manser scored 6 points in the win over Trey, but she's usually in double digits. 19 against Lisbon, 15 against Old Orchard Beach. Harriman saves it for the Ramblers over in the corner. Bella Bear with it now. Bear, the sophomore. And speaking of young teams, this Ramblers team also very young. The Bulldogs only have 2 seniors. The Ramblers don't have any. John Bear has got some young talent to build over the next season and a half. Mortimer going baseline. She's a sophomore. Pass that out to Savage, another sophomore. Shot wouldn't fall. Bear now. That pass stolen by Gibbons. She got rid of it just in time to Gabby Russell. Gibbons for Halldale. Hounded by Mortimer. Russell brings it Near side, Cassidy Benson, number 5, the Halldale freshman. Russell watched by Manser. Russell, baseline. Fade away, no. And the rebound falls on the floor to Ciccarelli. Russell scoops, no. O'Connor outside to Benson. Halldale with a third chance here. Gibbons thought about the 3. She's doubled. Russell back outside. Cassidy Benson thought about the shot. O'Connor. Gibbons to try to tie it up. No good. And the rebound pops all the way out and is corralled by Evelyn Mortimer. Mortimer picked up by Ciccarelli. Mortimer underneath. Dangerous pass, and it won't fall for Savage. She got fouled. She's trying to earn it from the line. That's on Gibbons.
Sierra Gibbons, her first, team's first. At the line for 2, Kylie Savage.
Kylie Savage at the line shooting 2. She gets one more. Savage, a 5'9" sophomore. And 11 points last time out against Trape, a season high at 20 against Mountain Valley. Also at 5 threes and a win over Lisbon. And neither one will fall for. Ball's loose on the floor, it pops right back out to Savage. From the corner, it won't go for Manser. And the rebound, Sierra Gibbons. Gibbons pushes it up herself. Gibbons underneath the reverse layup, no. Second chance, no, but she'll take a trip to the line herself.
Yeah, Sierra's had to carry the offensive and defensive burden here for the young Bulldogs this season. Saw her in an earlier game. She'll handle the ball. Got to do a lot of the scoring as well. More than capable of doing it.
Puts up Halldale's first point. Grace Folsom into the game, another sophomore. She'll replace Sierra Harriman. So Gibbons with one more. And one short. Manser the rebound. She'll push it up quickly. Mortimer. Folsom just in the game. Her shot short. Rebound to the Ramblers. That's Mortimer again. That won't go. Ciccarelli comes away with the ball. Gibbons, MVC honorable mention last year. 14 points in the loss to Wells. Had 11 and a three-pointer against Spruce Mountain. Cassidy Benson now. O'Connor lined up with Savage. Ciccarelli outside. Russell. Bulldogs probing. Russell sells the screen. And Folsom picked up Gibbons very well. That's down low, bouncing into the paint. And grabbed by Bear. Bear quickly ahead to Folsom. Folsom showed too much to Gibbons. Gibbons stole it. Then got fouled by Bella Bear. So the second foul against the Ramblers. First on Bear. And a good foul, too, as it had it not been made, it's likely resulting in 2 points for Halldale in a tie game.
Team second, 30-second timeout.
A 30-second timeout called here by the Ramblers.
Yeah, next game here on Muncie Media. Well, it's going to be a Tiger game. It's Monday night. It's a makeup game coming up. Erskine will be at Gardner Girls Monday night. That should be a good matchup.
Yeah, a very good game.
We saw the Erskine girls play here earlier in this tournament. Yeah, we're looking forward to that matchup. Gardner Tigers undefeated. I was saying to Rob, the heel points, they just haven't beaten anybody that's been at the top echelon, so they're undefeated. I think they're the only undefeated team in the region in Class B North, but they have not got the points, so they're down about number 6. But that schedule's going to change. I was talking to Coach Giro last night after the game, and she says next month is going to be a lot tougher.
That's really in January we will start to see the separation and the points start to change quite a bit. And you're only at the third of the way through right now for most teams. The usual 18-game schedule. This is game 5 for Halldale, game 6 for Winthrop. Great pass off. Gibbons wouldn't fall. O'Connor does. Shea O'Connor ties it up for Halldale.
O'Connor with a good follow.
Shea played as a freshman, came back to the team this year. And she's been a very good leader as a senior. Savage shot missed. Ciccarelli with the rebound. Ciccarelli, number 3, is a sophomore for Halldale. Gibbons. They left her alone behind the arc, and it didn't fall. Russell on the rebound. Strong putback, no. Second chance, yes. Gabby Russell with her first 2 points, and Halldale leads by 2. So Kylie Manser hit a 3 out of the gate, but the last 5 points scored by the Bulldogs. Bella Bear shooting for the lead. Got it!
Bella Bear.
So both Ramblers' buckets have been 3s, and they're back on top by 1. Head toward O'Connor, Bear guarding her. O'Connor has to get rid of it, needs support. Finds it from Benson. Russell. Back to O'Connor again. O'Connor off the backboard, 2 more.
Shea O'Connor.
Halldale back up by 1.
Yeah, that's a good offensive start for Halldale. Rob, they're getting some good balanced scoring.
Manser open for 3, didn't hit that one. Halldale with a 1-point lead. That's what Halldale will need if they're going to win this game, is to get more production from players who aren't named Sierra Gibbons. Tried to force that into the hot hand O'Connor. It was knocked away from her. Passes over Folsom's head, and Gabby Russell will just watch that roll out of bounds, and it'll be Halldale basketball. Abby Hall in for Halldale. Annika Terrell also in for the Bulldogs. Eddie Wolf is checked in for the Winthrop Ramblers, and Tara Harriman back in too. And I have to pause the game for a second because the scoreboard just went out.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if someone just accidentally kicked the plug.
Oh, and zooming in to give you a look at it. Yeah, they're in underneath where things plug in.
Can we blame TJ for that? I'm not blaming Bud.
No, we're not blaming Buddy. Buddy just got recognized for his great work. We can't blame Buddy. So we've got, you'll see in our scoreboard because we're doing it ourselves. And I didn't realize, but I'm not going to change it, Rob. For this game, we've reversed home and away. So the Winthrop is the home team and Halldale is the visiting team. But we're just going to leave it the way it is.
I don't think anyone minds which team is on which side of the scoreboard. DJ Maines with his usual dry wit.
Boy, he's a funny guy.
He
TJ.
is.
He is.
I liked his announcement after some complaining about officials from these stands. He mentioned on the live mic that they were taking applications for referees around the state of Maine.
Yeah, he's very wry. W-R-Y.
That's our first.
Abby Hall picks up the foul for Halldale, and Kylie Manser at the line shooting 2.
Well, the Maines family has been involved in Maine high school basketball for a lot of years.
Yeah, don't remind me. I remember those Morse teams all too well from the late 80s. And all those fans that packed the Cumberland County Civic Center at the time. Both shots hits, and back on top, Winthrop by 1. Those Morse teams are something else, though.
They
Run
were.
and gun. The Heater brothers. Pass to O'Connor. Here's Abby Hall's first touch offensively. The handoff now. Nice step by Gibbons. O'Connor to Hall. Hall shot. Won't go. O'Connor battling for the rebound. And she was the last to touch it, so it'll be Winthrop basketball, and Cassidy Benson about to re-enter. Shea O'Connor has played very well, getting a hand from the bench. She'll come out. Evelyn Mortimer. Wolf lost the handle. Grabbed by Gibbons. She takes a look around. Gibbons almost had it stolen by Folsom, but Folsom picks up the foul. That'll be the first on Grace Folsom. Third foul on the Ramblers.
Winthrop foul on Grace Folsom. That's her first, team's third.
Nobody with 2 fouls in this game here in the first quarter. Terrell trying to regain possession. Benson there to assist her fellow rookie. A timeout called by Shane Abbott. He'll take a 30.
30-second timeout for Halldale.
So we'll be heavy in our high school schedule until we pick up about mid-month or so and back down at Central Maine Community College. So we'll be banging out the high school games here in the month of January. This will be our final broadcast of 2025. I want to thank Rob Kennedy, all his work for us this past year, and all the folks who have worked for us over the course of the year. Jim Toomey doing CMCC basketball, Patrick Dexler as well doing hockey and softball and baseball for the college. Jim Palmer worked with me in football this year. Thank everybody who strapped on a headset. Really appreciate everybody's effort. Andy Munsing doing many games for us as well. Gary Verhill, my sidekick for Gardner basketball. Some people think we should go on the road, Gary and I. We're afraid we get lost. Dick Leighton, stat guy.
I was going to mention, I miss having Dick up here at the Civic Center doing stats for us. That was always a highlight for me.
Yeah, we've kind of backed off on having Dick come up here. It's just too steep for him to get up here. Yeah, so he didn't come up the other day either. But we still get him in Gardner.
Yep, that's good.
Got an elevator there we can get him up in, so that's
Love
great.
hearing it. Evelyn Mortimer goes baseline, shoots over O'Connor, altered the shot. And it was knocked out of bounds by Gibbons, so it'll stay with Winthrop.
Another member of our geriatric crew. Bill Hasties joined us in the last year and a half or so and doing a great job running our camera. And doesn't help lower the average mean age of our crew. But
when I'm lowering your average mean age, that's not a good thing.
Well, we got
We're
Chris,
experienced.
We got Chris Whaler, who we couldn't do without, and Owen Munsing.
Evelyn Mortimer nails a three. The Ramblers are getting the bulk of their points from downtown. That's 3 threes. 9 out of their 11 points coming from behind the arc and 3 different scores. Cassidy Benson just kept that on the right side of the timeline. And then she slid a little too much, trying to slow down under pressure from Harriman. Ciccarelli back in, so was Russell for the Bulldogs. Evelyn Mortimer. Bear. Mortimer to Savage, down low. Savage shot. That wouldn't go. And once again, it was Shea O'Connor there defensively who forced the miss. The Bulldogs turned it over to Folsom. And this time, the Bulldogs foul Folsom. All the players in the area over to help her back up from both teams. That's O'Connor's foul. And that'll be the first on Shea. Grace Folsom at the line, shooting 2.
Grace Folsom.
Folsom gets one more. 5'8" sophomore looking to get on the score sheet for the Ramblers. And not that time. Benson, strong rebound. It's been a 5-0 run for the Ramblers. Bulldogs would like to stop that here. Pass a little too overcooked for O'Connor as she couldn't gather it in. The quick pass from Sierra Gibbons, and that'll be Winthrop basketball. Kylie Manser got a rest. She's back in. She'll take Grace Folsom's spot for Winthrop. Mortimer's handling the ball for the Ramblers. Harriman. Bear open, they'll feed her. Mortimer again with 6 seconds to go. Manser, another 3 on the way, it won't fall. There's the rebound, and Gibbons with the desperation heave, but that's the way the first quarter will end. Winthrop will get the basketball when we return. They have a 4-point lead, 11-7 over Halldale after 1 on Munsing Media.
Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grampy Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help.
We are back here at the Augusta Civic Center, Capital City Hoop Classic, Halldale and Winthrop. Each of these two teams with gold balls recently. The Ramblers winning in 2020, knocking off Central Aroostook 67-61. For the Bulldogs, they won in 2022. They beat Stearns, the first of their 3 regional championships in the last 4 seasons. 2024, 2025, they went to the state finals. It was the Penobscot Valley Howlers, that great team from up in Howland, Maine, winning 57-37 last year. Ramblers with the basketball. They're the home team here. And this is a countable game in the MPA standings. The Bulldogs decided to play their home game here for the boys before this, and the Winthrop Ramblers girls got a home game, and traveling violation called down low on Kylie Savage. The Bulldogs get the ball back. O'Connor had it stolen. That's grabbed by Folsom. Bear starting things up, almost lost that to O'Connor. And O'Connor knocked that off of Bella Bear. So that'll be Halldale basketball. The Bulldogs ready to inbound. That's Sierra Gibbons. Give and go. Gibbons, great cuts as Gabby Russell works some magic with her. That's 3 now for Sierra Gibbons, and it's a 2-point game. Mortimer into the corner. Folsom. Bulldogs dare her to shoot. She turns it down. Manser back outside. Bella Bear will fire and hits. That is 6 points now for Bella Bear, both on shots exactly like the one you just saw. Winthrop by 5. Ciccarelli. It's O'Connor. Gibbons trying to answer immediately. No. Ciccarelli off the iron. Russell. That won't go either. Russell has it again. And she'll get a trip to the line. 4 chances for Halldale. They can't get the bucket, but they do get 2 at the line. That'll be Gabby Russell who goes there.
Fouls on number 33,
Kylie Savage picks up her first foul.
Team's first at the line for 2, Gabby Russell.
So Russell shooting. And she gets 1 more. Ciara Harriman back in for the Ramblers. Evelyn Mortimer gets a break. And neither one will drop for the Bulldogs. Winthrop looking to add to a 5-point lead. Kylie Manser. A little contact on the way by. Put the shot up. Now Gibbons wants to go coast to coast. And it won't fall for her either. O'Connor to Gibbons. Gibbons swishes that one from a tough angle.
Sierra Gibbons.
So Gibbons now with 5 off the assist from O'Connor. It's a 3-point game again. Harriman. Bear. Don't give her too much space out there. She'll launch, no doubt. That tipped off Kylie Savage's fingertips. The Bulldogs get the ball, and Annika Terrell back in for Halldale. Ciccarelli, dangerous pass. And tried to find O'Connor, but 2 Ramblers were there, and Harriman made the steal. She's got it now. Kylie Manser just inside the arc. Rattles it out. And the rebound's grabbed by Russell and Ciccarelli. It's Ciccarelli who will officially get the rebound. Gibbons. They showed her the baseline. She'll stop and pop. Too strong. O'Connor put back no. O'Connor had it knocked away, but the Bulldogs still with possession. And O'Connor couldn't get rid of it in time. It's a traveling violation, and Cassidy Benson re-enters for Halldale. Ciccarelli is the player replaced, and she'll head to Shane Abbott's bench. Evelyn Mortimer is going to come back in. She'll replace Kylie Savage for Winthrop. Mortimer handling the basketball. Bear up top to Harriman. Mortimer drives on O'Connor. A foul called on the Bulldogs. There'll be a couple shots at the line for Evelyn Mortimer. That's Shea O'Connor's second foul. Winthrop 2 for 6 from the line so far today. And Mortimer gets one more.
At the line for 2 is Evelyn Mortimer. Abigail Hall.
Abby Hall back in for Halldale. And Mortimer, the sophomore, hits the second. Winthrop with a 4-point lead. They'll put some pressure on here after the make. Gibbons has to regain it. And now she has to get rid of it. Pops that over the top, and Benson couldn't quite run it down. Bella Bear. Manser, baseline, tough angle, no. Folsom has the rebound. And a scrum on the floor. It's grabbed by Russell for Halldale. And Gibbons fouled by Harriman. That'll be the second foul on the Ramblers here in the second quarter. And the first personal on Sierra Harriman.
Sierra Harriman with a foul. That is her first.
Bulldogs trying the baseball pass. It sits nicely for Benson. Benson scores. Couldn't play that any better than the Bulldogs did. And Cassidy Benson has her first 2 points. It's a 2-point game. Mortimer trying to dribble past Hall. Bear. Hall picks her up as well. Into the corner. Mortimer. 3 won't fall. Hall with a rebound. Here's Gibbons. Gibbons. No hesitation. And she'll go to the line. She can tie the game up from the free throw line. And that's on Bella Bear. It'll be her second. And it is. So Gibbons at the line.
Fouls on Bella Bear. That's her second, team's third. At the line for 2 is Sierra
Gibbons can tie it with the next shot. Kylie Savage back in for Winthrop. Sierra Gibbons shooting for her 6th point in a tie game. And it just wouldn't drop for her. And a foul called on the Bulldogs after that shot went up.
On number 22, Anna Cotero.
Anna Cotero picks up her first foul.
First, team second.
A 1-point game as we head toward the halfway mark of the second quarter. Mortimer stolen by Gibbons. And Gibbons maintain it. And a timeout was called. Shane Abbott was yelling for it. Want to make sure his team kept possession. And he'll take a 30-second timeout. I'm not sure what TJ and Bud are talking about down there, but whatever it is, it's funny.
They're having a good time across the way, that's for sure. Go and give you a little look down there across the way.
That's what high school sports all about, right?
Well, this is, as we said, I think it was during the boys' game, one of the oldest holiday tournaments here in the state of Maine.
Yeah, what year is this? Did this start? You would know more than I would.
I'm not exactly sure, but I think they've well over 20-plus years.
Yeah, I would think so, for sure. I don't remember a time that the Capital City Hoop Classic wasn't being played, and it's been 26 years now since I moved to the area.
Yeah, we're both still out of status, Rob, no matter what we do.
Well, I was born in Portland.
Oh, that's right.
I came back.
I'm
the prodigal man.
Yeah, well, you're always an in-state. I mean, us Massachusetts guys.
Right. No, that's a tough stigma to get rid of, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially from the North Shore.
Yeah. Grandparents down in Massachusetts, right, Rob?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
One set is, and
one set. Yeah.
The other were Mainers as well from Westbrook. So a foul called, and Winthrop will keep the basketball after the Halldale miss.
Fouls on number 12, Gabby Russell.
That's on Gabby Russell. That's her first. Each team with 3 team fouls here in the second quarter as we go past the halfway mark. Harriman passes a little too high, and Halldale gets the ball. And again, some pressure from the Ramblers as Terrell will inbound for Halldale. Those inbound plays just outside of the baseball pass have not been easy for Halldale. Answers 3 off the iron. Folsom scoop doesn't go. Savage, no. Good battle for the rebound, and Mortimer just out-tussled Annika Terrell. Mortimer for 3. Got the rebound, got the tray. Evelyn Mortimer now with 7 points. And she's leading all scorers. Gibbons battling Mortimer. Russell trying to go baseline on Harriman. The shot doesn't fall. Benson couldn't gather it in under pressure from Manser. Sierra Harriman. Folsom on the baseline, bounced that across. It went off one of the Halldale players' feet. And a sub for Halldale. Ciccarelli and O'Connor back in. Terrell and Hall will come out for Coach Shane Abbott. Ramblers up by 4, inbounding underneath the bucket. Kylie Savage. Almost stolen by Russell. Evelyn Mortimer. Feeding Savage in the paint. Savage will go to the line. Gabby Russell's going to be called for the foul. That's her second.
Fouls on number 12, Gabby Russell. That's her second.
Kylie Savage at the line shooting 2. Savage looking to put herself on the scoreboard. And does with her first point.
At the line for 2 is Kylie Savage.
Savage, a 5'9" sophomore. Give her team a 6-point lead. Now the Bulldogs will take that off the miss. 1 out of 2 for Savage, but she does have her first point. Ciccarelli. He's hounded by Grace Folsom. And Folsom causes the turnover.
Good defense by Folsom.
2 sophomores battling there, and Ciccarelli and Folsom, and the Winthrop sophomore with that victory. They'll bear back in, and Folsom, after the defensive play, will get a rest. Mortimer. Kylie Manser from the free throw line, no. Got it right back. She followed her shot. Kick out to Mortimer, another 3, no. Russell with a rebound. The pass is over Gibbons' head, but she corralled it anyway. Gibbons steps in and hits. Sierra Gibbons for Halldale. Now up to 8 points. And cuts the gap to 3. Evelyn Mortimer outside to Manser. Manser, same shot as last time, wouldn't go. Cassidy Benson pushing the ball up quickly. Has to stop. O'Connor there to bail her out. Now Sierra Gibbons. Ciccarelli called for it. Gibbons took it on her own. Scoops it home. Pretty shot by Sierra Gibbons.
Yeah, nice back-to-back takes by Gibbons.
That's a 1-point game. Under 2 to go in the first half. Good one brewing here at the Augusta Civic Center. And one more, Sierra Harriman, excuse me. Manser. This is Mortimer with it now. Evelyn Mortimer. Dribble, shoots, no. Mortimer saved it. But couldn't keep it in bounds, so Halldale gets the ball as Maddie Coro comes in for the Bulldogs. And Grace Folsom back in the game to take Manser's spot for the Ramblers.
Yeah, Gibbons with 2 nice finishes here. Here's the first of 2 right through the defender with the step through and beautiful finish.
Russell pass too high for Ciccarelli, so the Ramblers with 90 seconds left in the half get the ball back. Evelyn Mortimer crosses into the front court for Winthrop. Sophomore calling out the offense. Harriman. Savage back outside. That's Bear. Mortimer for 3, another one. Evelyn Mortimer. 10 points now. She's tied Sierra Gibbons for the game high. And Winthrop will get it back as the Bulldogs having trouble moving the ball down the court. Cassidy Benson back in for Halldale.
Here's the second of the Gibbons one. Little hesitation. then takes the drive, and she's got to go past 3 or so defenders here, and this is a really tough take. Goes up right hand on the baseline, gets it home.
Evelyn Mortimer with a miss. Halldale has the rebound. Gabby Russell trying to escape some pressure. Cassidy Benson now. Benson had Harriman turned around. Good help out defense by the Ramblers. Coro trapped down low, and a 3-second violation called against the Halldale senior. 39.1 seconds remaining in the half. Halldale has the arrow here. The Ramblers have the ball and a 4-point lead. Mortimer's pass almost stolen. Chicarelli got a hand on that, but Folsom recovered. Savage steps through defenders, wouldn't go. Gibbons, 23 seconds to work. Gibbons doesn't want to use any of that time, and that's why. Up to 12 now for Gibbons. That's been the shot that's working for. But it has given the Ramblers time to recover. Mortimer, Bear. Mortimer with 7 seconds. Harriman with 5. Taking on Russell. And Russell commits the foul. So Harriman with a chance to shoot with 2.2 seconds to go. Well, they got Gibbons on the foul. That's 2 on Sierra.
Fifth at the line for 2, Sierra Harriman.
Sierra Harriman at the line. She'll get one more. Annika Terrell back in for Gibbons. Coach Shane Abbott just doesn't want to take any chances that she'll pick up another foul. Playing with 2 already.
Yeah, they certainly need her
Yes, they
in
do.
for every second of the game.
Mortimer's second shot won't go either. And the clock probably ought to start. And it has, and the referee says, well, we'll just call it to a halt now. And it really didn't affect all that much as the Winthrop Ramblers take a 2-point lead into halftime. First mistake of the 3 days, as TJ means. 22-20 is our score here at halftime. We'll take a break and come back and talk about this first half. Winthrop with a lead over Halldale here at the Capital City Hoop Classic on Munzing Media.
Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grampy Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help.
We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learn so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone.
For years, you've worked hard, saved wisely, and dreamed of this moment. Retirement is one of life's biggest decisions. You don't have to navigate it alone. With Gosline Retirement Planning by your side, you can retire with confidence. We're a team of fiduciaries who specialize in the transition from work life to retirement life, and we're here to help. We at GRP are committed to building a plan that lets you live and give better than you thought possible.
Our goal in public service is to improve the quality of life in communities. This is the Public Service and Social Sciences Department. We originally started with criminal justice, and then we added more programming.
I'm in the forensic science program.
I want to become a state fire investigator.
State trooper.
I want to be a game warden.
Forensic psychologist.
Behavioral health professional.
CM offers a lot more hands-on learning than most places.
The only way to give them that experience is to do that through immersive scenario training.
You actually dust their fingerprints.
Learning how to go through, take pictures, what to look for.
We are the only college in the state of Maine that offers a third-year advanced certificate in police operations.
It is a great way of excelling your career and jump-starting you onto that path.
The Public Service Simulation Center allows us to fully implement an immersive training environment.
Can I see your other hand?
You just don't want to get boxed in.
We teach de-escalation and empathetic communication to better address community needs.
The instructors are awesome.
They really care about our education.
We have people that teach who have been members or are actively members of these industries. This is a one-of-a-kind program.
It's prepared me to have a step up in my professional career here at the school. They're really invested in our education. It's a nice environment.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Since 1892. And it changes the game, 35-26. This has been a wacko affair.
When you need top quality aggregate, you need McGee Construction. From gravel, sand, and crushed stone to specialty materials, McGee Construction has supplied Maine's contractors and homeowners for over 35 years. No project is too big or too small. Whether you're building a driveway, a home, a highway, we've got the materials you need delivered on time every time. For reliable service, expert advice, and high-quality aggregate, trust McGee Construction. Built on trust, driven by quality.
At Fowler's Roofing, our staff and crews are very reliable and professional. We've been servicing New England for over a decade. When we approach a job from the free estimate to the finished product, the #1 goal is establishing trust with the homeowner and to provide them with 100% satisfaction. We specialize with shingle roofing, framing, siding, earthwork, metal roofing, metal buildings, and so much more. We are proud members of the Better Business Bureau, the Kennebec Valley Chamber of Commerce, and the Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce. We are fully certified, thoroughly insured, and we offer a 24-hour emergency service serving the state of Maine, as well as a 5-year warranty on labor. As a business in the Kennebec County area, we are very proud to be a continuing sponsor for local schools and sports teams, building a better community with Fowler's.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
TB Matson been providing housing here in the state of Maine since 1959. We thank them for their participation and sponsorship so that we can bring you these games and keep them free here on Munson Media as we move into the new year with things as well. And certainly excited to be bringing you all these games.
22-20 our score here. The Bulldogs and Ramblers. Winthrop with a 2-point lead. Here's the numbers of the first half. Evelyn Mortimer leading the way for the Ramblers. She has 10 points, 3 3-pointers in the day for her. Bella Bear with 6 points, both on 3-pointers. 5 points for Kylie Manson. She opened the game with a 3. Kylie Savage with 1 point, 22 points overall for Winthrop. 6 threes in the game, 18 out of their 22 points. The other 4 have come from the line. They have not hit a 2-point bucket in this game, the Ramblers haven't. Just 6 threes and 4 free throws, and they'd have a bigger lead if they weren't 4 for 12 from the line. That's where they stand as of right now. Take a look at the Halldale side of the ledger. It looks this way for the Bulldogs. Sierra Gibbons leading the way with 12 points. Shea O'Connor with 4 points for Halldale. Cassidy Benson with 2, and Gabby Russell with 2 points. The Bulldogs 2 for 6 from the line tonight, and trail by 2 points. The Bulldogs hanging around in this contest. I think that's been the goal for Shane Abbott all year long, and will be for the rest of the year too. just improvement from a game-to-game, if not a quarter-to-quarter basis. And the Bulldogs definitely look better today than any time I've seen them over all the course of the year. I know you've seen them as well, Rob Munson.
Yeah, exactly right. This is the best that they have played. Hey, listen, we want to give a shout-out to McLaughlin Fence. Good fences make good neighbors, and Kevin called me up last week and said, hey, we'd like to be involved with Muncie Media. We love to get those calls. And Kevin said, I've been watching the broadcast and love the way that local businesses get involved. And he said he wanted to get involved. So they're going to be our defensive player of the game. And what they did, they went down to Sunrise Bagel, which has just opened up in Gardner, and bought gift certificates for the players. So the McLaughlin Fence defensive player of the game will get themselves a gift certificate to Sunrise Bagel in the boys' game. Tayshawn Cleveland has got the recipient of that. And so we thank McLaughlin for their work there. We also want to thank our good friends at McAllister Real Estate. You know, it's never a bad time to pursue housing, whether you want to sell or you want to buy. And McAllister Real Estate here in this area is the place that you want to go, right downtown Hollowell. Nice little building right there on downtown Hollowell. And go in and see my former student, Kim Gleason, and her daughter, Katie McAllister. Katie, a terrific basketball player at Gardner High School, as well as up at Thomas College. And they can answer all your real estate questions that you might have. I know a lot of folks think, oh, it's winter time. Well, that's not true. Sometimes you can get the best deals here in the winter. McAllister Real Estate's your place to go there. We're going to be putting together a full ad for them coming up here. And, of course, our friends at Kennebec Savings Bank. As many of you know, we lost our house in a fire and had to build a new house and go through all the trials and tribulations that you do. One of the things that we had to do was get a remortgage, and we were able to work with Mike Bichard at Kennebec Savings Bank. Mike made the process just so easy for us, and we thank him for his expertise and all the fine people at Kennebec Savings Bank. Got some stats, Mr. Rob?
We ran down the offensive totals already, so not much more than that.
Oh, you did that already. Yeah, I went brain dead there for a moment. I must have blacked out. Oh.
You were doing some work on the screen, I think.
Yeah, I forgot how much work it is to have to do the manual scoreboard, which is what I have to do today because we weren't able to tie into the system. We get spoiled. We go to Halldale, and I get spoiled at Gardner because Chris Wheeler does it. But you know, to try to make replays, get the scoreboard going and all that. But we're having a good time here today.
Well, as you like to say, streaming only looks easy. There's a lot that goes into it as far as behind the scenes.
Oh, so. Yeah. Our good friends at Eastern Maine Sports. I just gave Mark Callan a pep talk there. We've all been through with the trials and tribulations. And we went up, worked Eastern Maine Sports yesterday, Rod. That was great.
I was up at that game, and people say, I really appreciate some of the other streamers. Like, well, every streamer's had problems. I was just, and everyone I've worked for, it happens sometimes. So it's the way it goes. You try to get the game on as much as you can and usually succeed, but there are hiccups that come up with it.
Well, as I like to say, if you're on the cutting edge, you're going to cut your behind every now and again, get the Band-Aids out, and see what you can do.
Now, the worst thing you can do is forget the laptop on a streaming day, right?
Gee, because Rob never fails to remind me of that. He sends me a message every Thanksgiving about that.
I didn't do it this year. I forgot about it.
Yeah, we're doing the Thanksgiving Day football game down at Portland, and I get down there, we get all set up, and I look for the laptop. And back then, that's what we were dependent on. No laptop. I had to call the state trooper son, Patrick, and said, hey, he was headed down to Massachusetts. Stop at my house, pick up the laptop. And if you need something in a hurry, call the state trooper, because he had it down there in about 35 minutes. I couldn't believe it.
Well, the kicker of that story, too, is that we came up on the air like right before the kickoff. No one at home would have been any wiser about it.
Yeah, nobody cares if you're having problems. That's what
right.
I learned. Don't go through your trials and tribulations. Just say, welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny. I think we had a delay because they had a Hall of Fame ceremony going on, Rob, and they delayed the kickoff, and we came up just before it, and Rob took it, and off we went. Had a good game.
Mariah Cook is here. I see Karen Magnuson down below. I knew she was coming. I would have maybe tried to get her up here a little early to chat basketball. She's certainly comfortable getting on the headset, as she does every year for MPBN.
Hey, I put out an invite. I don't know if Coach Vachon's watching today, but Gary and I got talking there on air, and we made this proclamation. Said, hey, listen, Coach Vachon, if you ever want to come on and do a game with us, you got an open invitation. You just come in, we'll get you a headset and just
that'd be fun.
Turn you on to let it rip.
Yeah, was last touched by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Coach watches a lot of our games.
Evelyn Mortimer's going to inbound right in front of her bench.
He's a little busy up at the University of Maine.
Yeah.
Following the great career of Amy up there as a coach.
Savage got a step, but got in a little too deep. Smart play by Russell, too, as she just let her go. Realized she was beaten, didn't want to pick up the foul as Gabby's already playing with 2.
Oh, boy.
That'll be a blocking foul called against Kylie Manser. That's 2 on Manser.
Yeah, that's a tough one to take from Manser. Not to take it, but take it like that. That was a charge. Not called that way because it wasn't that way, but.
That's what she's trying to do, is to hopefully lure Sierra Gibbons into the player control foul. Shea O'Connor over to Gibbons. Mortimer's drawn the assignment of guarding Gibbons here in this trip. Now she's got some help from Manser. And a jump ball will give it back to the Ramblers as they have the arrow.
Yeah, Sierra, the high scorer, we expected that, but she has had some contributions from other team members, and that's why we have a 2-point game. So
yeah, Shea O'Connor's got 4. Benson and Russell each with a couple.
Really helps out the cause.
Mortimer tried to force that in. It went off Russell's foot, but right to Kylie Savage. Bears open. Passing a little too long to get there. She found Mortimer. Good ball movement by the Ramblers. Bulldogs defense was there to shut them down. Bear in the corner wants the 3. It's off the back iron. Rebound patted down to Harriman. Bear resets by the center stripe. Mortimer, they give her the 3 and pay for it. That's 4 threes for Evelyn Mortimer. And 13 points. She leads all scores. 1 point more than Halldale Sierra Gibbons, who's got the basketball here. Gibbons beats the clock. O'Connor turns, got the backboard, no good though. Rebound went right through her legs and came out to Gabby Russell. Russell, that pass in O'Connor's feet. This will be a jump ball, so Halldale gets the ball back. Grace Folsom entering the game for the Ramblers. Halldale looking for their first win of the season. Ramblers already with 4 in 5 games played.
Halldale boys won our first game of the day over the Ramblers, this doubleheader.
Shea O'Connor doubled. He got fouled. That's on Manser. That's 3 on Kylie Manser, and that could be a stat to watch.
Yeah, Coach Johnny Beers got a sub up and ready.
Fouls on Kylie Manser. That's her 3rd, team 2nd.
Gabby Russell for Halldale. Gibbons cutting to the basket. Hits the shot. And she'll go to the line.
Good hoop for Sierra Gibbons. She'll be at the line for 1.
Going to see it right here. Watch a nice pass comes in off the screen.
That is her first, team's 3rd.
Evan Mortimer called for the foul. That's her first.
There's the back cut right there, seeing it. We really slowed that one down.
Yeah. And it won't fall for Gibbons, but a rebound for Russell does.
Good hoop for Gabby Russell.
So it's a 1-point game after Russell's bucket. The Bulldogs got a 4-point play. Folsom for 3 to answer. No. Gibbons has the rebound for Halldale. Split defenders. Back she comes. Good work to save that by Genevieve Ciccarelli. Rejected. That's Kylie Savage who knocked that away from Shea O'Connor. Mortimer shooting over Ciccarelli, who stood there like a statue to make sure that shot was difficult and didn't pick up the foul. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Folsom for 3, no. And Halldale with the ball. Abby Hall back in for the Bulldogs, the Halldale sophomore. Cassidy Benson will be replaced. Halldale can take the lead in this trip down the floor. And a timeout called.
Full timeout.
And it's a full timeout. So we'll take a break as well. When we come back, Halldale basketball down 1, 25-24 Winthrop on Munsing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm gonna be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm gonna be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
there is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
I feel like we go back in time when we pop into the Augusta Civic Center because the layout of the building really hasn't changed all that much as far as basketball games since I've been going here. And that's, well, the first time I was here was 1982, in fact. So speaking of the 80s, that's the other reason it's like going back in time. The soundtrack of the 80s greatest hits playing here today, which I'm thrilled about.
Yeah, 80s on the 8s. It's like Sirius XM.
One of the more popular channels as well. And even some of the kids are into this, too. Def Leppard playing right now, Pour Some Sugar on Me, and that's got a few of the youngsters dancing, so I guess some songs never go out of style. Haldale with a basketball, down a point. Genevieve Ciccarelli to inbound for the Bulldogs. And that's Abby Hall as the Ramblers putting on some pressure, and Hall dribbles right past it. Great work. Russell open and scores off the glass, and Haldale takes the lead. 6 points for Gabby Russell, including the last 4. Bulldogs up by 1. A foul called against one of the Bulldogs. Could be Ciccarelli. She was the closest. First foul on the Bulldogs, and it's
Fouls on 31.
third on Sierra Gibbons, however. So that's, again, something to watch because Gibbons and Mance are both playing with 3. But I don't think Shane Abbott can afford to take Sierra Gibbons out. Haldale basketball.
That's the difference, isn't it, Rob? Johnny Beer over there at the Winthrop bench got a little more depth.
A 2-on-1 for Haldale. Hall stripped, but she'll keep it. Fine defense by Bella Bear. Ciccarelli inbounding for the Bulldogs. Lead by 1. Hall. Back to Gibbons again. Sierra Gibbons picked up by 2 Ramblers, Bear and Folsom. And Russell open again and hits again. Gabby Russell's having the third quarter. And it's a 3-point lead for Haldale. John Bear needs a timeout. He'll take a full timeout.
We'll let you know we got lots of basketball coming up in the new year. Let's take a look at next Haldale game. That'll be coming up here mid-month as we'll be here over back at Penny Gymnasium. That'll be against Madison. That's a boys' game. That should be a good matchup as well. Madison, it'll be a battle of the Bulldogs with Madison coming down barking.
And 2 different teams as far as how they play, but I think it's going to be very fun to watch those 2.
If you missed the first game of our doubleheader here today, it was the Bulldog boys over the Ramblers. But my new scoreboard I put in, it doesn't provide the logo, and I just love that Ramblers logo.
That's one of my
that
favorites
they have.
too.
Yeah, it's really
just
something.
because it's unique.
It is absolutely unique, and we've covered a lot of the Winthrop games, although we don't do Winthrop as one of our home type games. Every time we see a Winthrop Haldale matchup, be it in soccer or basketball or whatever it is, we try to get it on. Oak Hill is another good matchup that we do with local area teams. Well, this has been a nice game for Haldale here. As they came in search of their first win, but on the cusp, leading here.
Again, it's been improvement for the Bulldogs, who Shane Abbott has mentioned, and people who have watched this team said they are improving. It's working what he's doing here, trying to build this team and build the skills of the young players.
Yeah, Coach knows there's going to be a haul.
Coach Abbott was on the 2005 Bulldogs team and won the state championship over Dexter. His team's just created a turnover to get the ball back.
We were doing those games back then for Haldale, putting them on state cable or whatever it was during that time frame. Could be one of any other things. Rob and I worked for them, and they changed their name every 2 months. But we were doing the games on tape delay back then during that time frame.
So I remember those being on. I don't think I ever worked any of those.
No.
Gibbons switch to the left hand and a blocking foul called. That'll send Gibbons to the line. I remember watching that team quite a bit because they, like the Bulldogs this year, similar in the inside-out game that they had.
Yes.
Callie Mansers picked up her 4th foul.
Girls were good during that time range,
They
too.
were. Caitlin Laughlin's team with Chelsea Dion, They went to a state championship.
My daughter-in-law, Brittany, played on those teams.
That's right.
Brittany Bourgeois.
Checks in for the Ramblers.
One more shot of the line for Sierra Gibbons to try to give Halldale a 4-point lead.
I know a little bit about the youth girls program now since my granddaughter Mackenzie is playing 3rd and 4th grade travel, so they've got some wonderful people working down there. So things will be fine. Just got to stay the course.
Halldale by 4. Idiot Wolf's in there now, number 11, taking Manser's spot. And Harriman trying to push her way to the bucket. Drew the foul. It'll be the second foul on the Bulldogs here in the 3rd quarter. This quarter hasn't had quite the flow to it that the first two did.
Fouls on number 31, Sierra Gibbons.
That's 4 on Gibbons.
That's
so both Gibbons and Manser, both all-conference last year in some way, shape, or form.
For both coaches, trouble with a capital T.
Both on the bench. Sarah Harriman, good from that spot, as she shows you once again. So Harriman now has made it a 1-point game.
They still don't have a 2-point basket, I don't think.
They don't. Abby Hall for 2. That's the first 2 points for Abby Hall in this game.
Well, just when it's needed, with Gibbons gone off on the bench job.
Halldale by 3 once again. Wolf traveled. Ada Wolf in the contest, a 5'6" freshman, is in for Kylie Manser.
Yeah, some other kids going to step up. Just saw Hall step up for the Bulldogs.
Under 3 to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's Hall with it now, trying to fend off the pressure from Wolf. And Wolf wins as Hall called for the travel. Cassidy Benson back in. Shea O'Connor replaced. Bulldogs with all freshmen and sophomores out there now. 2 freshmen, 3 sophomores, in fact. And Wolf called for the traveling violation. Not that Winthrop's much older. Evelyn Mortimer's a sophomore. Grace Folsom's a sophomore. Sarah Harriman, the elder statesman, is a junior. So very young players out there right now, and some good talent out there despite the youth. Hall. Pass deflected, but it ends up with Ciccarelli. Russell to Hall. She's open, shoots. Not that time. A rebound grab by Mortimer, who pushes it up quickly. Folsom stops. Back to Mortimer for 3. It won't go. The rebound put back. There's the first 2-point bucket of the afternoon for the Ramblers. That's Sierra Harriman with 5 quick points. And Winthrop keeps the ball in bounds. They have the steal. A chance to get back on top. Bear to Harriman for 3. Off the iron, and a rebound to Ciccarelli. This is where the Bulldogs struggle a bit without Gibbons in the game, as she is the one player who handles the ball almost all the time.
Yeah, she's one-person press breaker.
Mortimer doesn't fall. Rebound fought for between 2 Ramblers. Harriman has it. Mortimer cutting, stops at the elbow. Shot off the backboard, lands with Gabby Russell. Gabby's outlet pass right to Bella Bear. Winthrop will start again with 90 seconds remaining. Sierra Gibbons is going to have to come back in. She's at the scorer's table as the Bulldogs do steal. Hall. Crossing the timeline. Hall still with it. Bear stuffed her, and Bear picks it up off the floor. Harriman. Wolf came in a little closer. Shot almost. Hall the rebound. Got the ball down just in time to avoid the traveling violation. That was knocked out of bounds by Bear. So Gibbons back in. Maddie Coro back in for Halldale. And Kylie Savage re-entering for Winthrop. Now Gibbons left to be extremely careful now with 4 fouls.
Yeah, you almost tell her, hey, listen, Sarah, you're in there to play offense. You know, don't take any chances on defense.
Hands off the Ramblers like they're plutonium. Gibbons stepped around and hits. That's why they need her.
Sierra Gibbons.
Gibbons was 17 of the Bulldogs' 33 points, and Halldale back on top by 3. Under 40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bear. Ramblers know they can tie this on 1 shot. Harriman tries, came close, didn't fall. Gabby Russell, great rebound. And she draws the foul on Grace Folsom. That's 2 on Folsom. In a shooting situation for the Bulldogs, that's the 5th foul on Winthrop.
Yeah, you're probably just going to tell Gibbons, just stay outside. Don't even get involved in the rebounding action.
At the line for 2 is Gabby Russell.
Gabby Russell with 8 points and a chance to give Halldale a 5-point lead with these 2 shots.
Yeah, Halldale went into a zone as well, which makes sense, trying to protect Gibbons from further fouling.
Russell gets one more. Shea O'Connor back in. And Gibbons will sit the rest of the 27.4 seconds in this quarter.
That makes sense, too.
O'Connor's got 2 fouls. No danger for her. Neither one falls for Russell. 25 seconds for the Ramblers to work. Sierra Harriman. Outside to Folsom, shooting for the tie. And it doesn't go. Another rebound for Gabby Russell.
Russell's been good underneath.
She has.
Making a bid for the McLaughlin Fence Defensive Player of the Game.
She and Shea O'Connor are my 2 top candidates for that right now.
Right.
Here's Russell with it in the offensive side of the floor. Hall misses wide. Tried to beat the buzzer. Came close. And it'll be Ramblers basketball when we return to the Augusta Civic Center. They're down 3 to Halldale. 33-30 is our score here at the Capital City Hoop Classic on Munzing Media.
When you need top quality aggregate, you need McGee Construction. From gravel, sand, and crushed stone to specialty materials, McGee Construction has supplied Maine's contractors and homeowners for over 35 years. No project is too big or too small. Whether you're building a driveway, a home, a highway, we've got the materials you need delivered on time every time. For reliable service, expert advice, and high-quality aggregate, trust McGee Construction. Built on trust, driven by quality.
Our goal in public service is to improve the quality of life in communities. This is the Public Service and Social Sciences Department. We originally started with criminal justice, and then we added more programming.
I'm in the forensic science program.
I want to become a state fire investigator.
State trooper.
I want to be a game warden. Forensic psychologist. Behavioral health professional.
CM offers a lot more hands-on learning than most places.
The only way to give them that experience is to do that through immersive scenario training.
You actually dust for fingerprints.
Learning how to go through, take pictures, what to look for.
We are the only college in the state of Maine that offers a 3rd-year advanced certificate in police operations.
It is a great way of excelling your career and jump-starting you.
Friends at Central Maine Community College being one of our sponsors. I picked their wrong ad to play there. I've got a 30-second one. I picked a minute-and-a-half one. Bad choice.
Don't want to do in a 3-point game starting the 4th quarter, right?
It'll be my last mistake of 2025. Maybe. We'll see.
Knock on some wood. Bella Bear wants to tie things up quickly and almost did. And that'll be Winthrop basketball. Russell was the last to touch it. She has been very good in the defensive glass, but couldn't corral that one. Evelyn Mortimer. Ready to inbound for the Ramblers. Savage in the corner, guarded by Russell. Mortimer for 3 off the front iron. And she ran down the rebound in front of Coro. Mortimer. Coro's got her trapped in the corner. Desperation heave went to Harriman. Winthrop can reset. Mortimer inside. Savage shoots. No. Rebound Shea O'Connor. It's a jump ball, and Halldale's got the arrow. The defensive rebounding of O'Connor and Russell, both been very important to maintaining this 3-point advantage for the Bulldogs. There's Russell with it now. No Sierra Gibbons for Halldale, not yet. Coro down low. Hall to O'Connor, and Shea O'Connor earns a trip to the line. Kylie Manser not in the game as well for the Ramblers. Both she and O'Connor with 4 fouls. That's on Sierra Harriman. It's her second. Shea O'Connor will get one more. Will Sr. can make it a 2-possession game with this shot. It can't go for her. That's knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs, so the Ramblers, still down 3, have the ball back. Mortimer handling the basketball. These two young teams battling here, the Cap City Hoop Classic. Kylie Savage down on the block, taking on Russell, and drew the foul on Gabby Russell. Now Russell's got 3 now. Savage back at the line.
Gabby Russell, that's her 3rd, team's first. At the line for 2.
Kylie Savage, the sophomore, can pull a couple points back and chip into this 3-point deficit. And she hits the first. Genevieve Ciccarelli back in for Maddie Coro. Here comes the second from Kylie Savage to make it a 1-point game, and she does. 2 perfect shots. And the Ramblers, who had not shot well from the line, hit 2 big ones to make it a 1-point game. And that's out of bounds, so Winthrop gets it back. The press is giving the Bulldogs fits here with Gibbons on the sidelines.
Yeah, as soon as Coach Johnny Bayer, the Winthrop Ramblers, sees Gibbons go, he locks on that pressure.
I would think she'll stay out for the next 1.5 minutes at least. Longer if the Bulldogs can hold on to the lead. And Bella Bear has designs on changing that and does.
Bella Bear for 3.
Another 3-pointer for the Ramblers, and Winthrop back on top by 2. And back in possession. It's Bear again on the steal. Mortimer traveled. Buried the shot, and here comes Sierra Gibbons in now. The Bulldogs need her on the floor.
Timeout, Halldale.
And Halldale takes a timeout. See if Shane Abbott wants a 30 or a 60. It'll be a 60.
More basketball coming up here in the new year. Our first game will be a rescheduling on Monday night. That'll be over at Gardner as Erskine will come in for a girls' game. Should be a good matchup of, right now, 6 and 7. Gardner number 6, Erskine number 7, and the MPA heel points. So, you know, with heel points, it depends where you go, right, Rob? You go to main basketball rankings, they go do what they call the classic heel points, and the MPA does a little bit differently. So, you know, a little bit of confusion by people sometimes when they see them.
They'll all align once the season ends.
Yes, exactly.
That's the thing about the heel points, too, is you look at them right now, and maybe more so than the Crabtree points, a little more accurate at third of the way through the season, but still a long way to go, and things will change quite a bit. Crabtree points aren't really anything accurate at all until at least week 5, maybe week 6. Yeah. Always like seeing the consternation from folks who are new to the system or wondering, you know, at week 3, how come a team that's 2-1 is ahead of one that's 3-0? A long way to go, and all games not played yet as Russell in off the glass, no. O'Connor has the rebound, no. Second chance. Back out to Hall. Shea O'Connor's in great position, but the ball knocked away, and she was the last to touch it. The Bulldogs come close to tying the game, but it's Ramblers basketball, 6:26 remaining. And a game that's been close from the get-go.
Thanking people for their wonderful donations here as we end the year. Thanks, everybody.
Mortimer with the basketball for the Ramblers. Folsom outside to Harriman. Bear, who gave the Ramblers a lead with a 3, passing to Folsom. Folsom passed up the 3. Harriman got hit up high and lost the handle. Here's Sierra Gibbons. See if the Ramblers have anybody who can try to lure her into an offensive foul. That's why they need her on the floors. She provides that kind of offense. And Gibbons has tied the game with her 19th points.
Yeah, she can just go one-on-one and beat most defenders.
Don't leave Bella Bear alone. She almost buried another one. And the rebound to Gibbons. Gibbons taking her time, watched by Folsom. Gibbons switching to the left hands. Gibbons won't let that one fall. Shea O'Connor on the rebound. Fought for, and it's a held ball, so the Ramblers get it back on the possession arrow.
Yeah, here's the Gibbons one just previous to it, as you see. Speed that up a little bit. Taking it along the baseline. Finds space, up and in.
Winthrop trying to untie us. Folsom trying to force that underneath. It was right there to Sierra Gibbons, and that foul called against Sierra Harriman. For a moment, though, I'm sure there was some nervous energy among Halldale fans. Wondering if that would be player control.
Fouls on number 13, Sierra.
That's Sierra Harriman's third.
13 second.
Inbound pass. Thrown away. Harriman to Mortimer. Bear for three. A little short. Folsom saved it. Savage outside. And she traveled. With 5:03 to go, the Bulldogs will take advantage of the turnover. And Winthrop again locking the press on and backing off as Gibbons still on the floor.
Yeah, see, there's the difference in the defensive strategy.
She can slice and dice right through that, and Coach Bear knows it. Into the corner. Here's a shot on the way. Ciccarelli, close but no. Russell the rebound. And that foul called against Kylie Savage. So a tough luck foul for Savage. She got the worst of the contact, but
Fouls on number 33, Kylie Savage.
she does pick up her third.
That is her third, team's third. At the line for two is Gabby Russell.
Gabby Russell shooting two. The game that might come down to free throws. Bulldogs 3 out of 14 now from the line.
Ooh.
The Ramblers 6 out of 14. This is big for Russell. And it wouldn't drop for her. Sat up there on the rim, but wouldn't fall through. Bear. Savage taking on O'Connor. Bear outside. Folsom hits and unties the game.
Grace Folsom.
That's her first 2 points, and they're big ones for the sophomore. Gibbons, baseline. She ran right into Folsom, who played her well. All back outside, Ciccarelli. Three was blocked. That was Folsom with a block. Approaching the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. Ramblers by 2. Bear left alone. Gibbons got to be careful there. And she survives, forcing the traveling violation. Annika Terrell back in for Halldale. She'll replace Abby Hall.
Annika Terrell checks back in for Halldale.
And return of Manser, I think. Yeah, Kylie Manser's back on the floor, too. With 4 minutes even remaining in a 2-point game. Russell turns. They fake the pass, and Russell's shot, no. Gibbons put back. Yes.
Sierra Gibbons.
And we're tied at 37. 21 for Gibbons. Evelyn Mortimer. Bear, who's been great outside, and is again.
Bella Bear.
Bella Bear, another three. That's her fourth. She's got a dozen. And Winthrop by 3. And that's been the difference in the game. 3-point shooting for the Ramblers. Answered by Gibbons, wouldn't drop. Mortimer, an aggressive rebound. She'll push it up the floor. Pass to Grace Folsom. And Folsom fouled by Terrell. That'll just be the second foul on Annika Terrell.
Fouls on number 22, Annika Terrell.
Second foul on the Bulldogs here in the fourth quarter. Harriman to inbound. Still a one-possession game. Kylie Manser. Mortimer swung around. Harriman tried to penetrate, forced back. Mortimer kicked back outside. And the shot by Manser wouldn't drop either. Bulldogs a chance to pull 2 closer or perhaps tie the game in this trip down the floor. Annika Terrell tried to force that in. And Gibbons yanked her hand away, didn't touch it, so Halldale keeps it. Cassidy Benson in for the Bulldogs. Annika Terrell will go back to the bench. Russell with it now. Ciccarelli. That was off the foot of Mortimer, so Halldale maintains it. O'Connor in a little space trying to dribble past Manser, who's stuck right with her. Benson, no. O'Connor fighting for the rebound, but she got a little too much contact with Kylie Manser. That'll be 3 on Shea.
Fouls on number 1, Shea O'Connor. That is her third, team's third.
Every point crucial here. The Ramblers getting another opportunity to make it a 2-possession game. Bear to Harriman. Bears had the hot hand of the second half. Up to 12 points. That's a season high for her. Mortimer into the paint. Manser for 3. No, followed her shot. Gonna cash that in, and Genevieve Ciccarelli nods her head, saying, yeah, I got her. And she will at least make Manser earn it from the line. Ciccarelli's foul is her first. Just 1 on her. There's Kylie Manser at the line. Winthrop will shoot the rest of the way. That was the 4th on the Bulldogs, and Manser hits the first to make it a 2-score game. Abby Hall back in to take out Shea O'Connor. Big shot coming here by the Ramblers junior. And she hits them both. The lead once again 5 for the ladies in white and green. Ciccarelli can't run this down. It's grabbed by Mortimer. Winthrop with the ball back again. A bucket here could really put the Bulldogs away, you'd think. Especially if Manser hits this 3. It's short. But the rebound right down to Folsom. She was stripped. And Harriman, or the Mortimer, couldn't keep it alive. Big possession for Halldale. Down 5 points with 1:40 remaining. Gibbons. Guarded by Grace Folsom. Trying to go in over the top to Russell, who kept it alive. Benson back to Gibbons again. Gibbons wants the 3. Bella Bear is not going to allow it. Gibbons takes it in. Off the iron, got her own rebound, and got fouled. That's on Bear, and that's her 3rd. Gibbons needs to hit these, no doubt.
Fouls on number 4, Bella.
She is the best free throw shooter on this Bulldogs team.
Team's 4th at the line for 2, Sierra Gibbons.
Now both teams will be in the bonus with the next foul. Gibbons hits the first. This one equally crucial as it would make it a 1-possession game. Halldale lefty. 1 out of 2. Bear committed the foul. She got the rebound as well. Bulldogs will need the ball back. They also have to make a stop here. Harriman. Manser. Bear to Harriman again. Mortimer worked that down low. Timeout called by Coach John Bear, who knows how important this possession is, as we're now down under a minute. Full timeout taken by the Ramblers.
Yeah, well, no fouls to give, so if the Bulldogs do foul, they'll send the Ramblers to the line, and you're going to think that's got to be the strategy. You need a couple of possessions here, so you've got to foul, send them to the line where they have not shot well. Neither team doing great at the line here tonight.
Kylie Manser is the one you don't want to foul, though. She's been perfect 4 out of 4. But yeah, the Ramblers 8 out of 16. They've been better in the second half when it comes to free throws. But Kylie Manser, you would think, will have the ball in her hand, and that's the player the Ramblers would love to force Halldale to foul. And, of course, the other thing, too, is Sierra Gibbons cannot commit the foul. She's already got 4.
Exactly. Yeah, because if they're going to have any offensive thrust down the stretch run here, the final minute of the game, you got to think that Gibbons, she's up in the 20s already on points.
22, in fact, leading all scores. Evelyn Mortimer is leading the way for the Ramblers with 13. Bella Bear close behind with 12. Gabby Russell's got 8 for the Bulldogs. She's the number 2 scorer for the visitors tonight. Ladies in black and white and red.
Yeah, Russell's been pretty good defensively, as we said as well. Been doing the job on the boards. So she's a candidate for our McLaughlin Fence Defensive Player of the Game. We'll have those after the game.
Tierra Harriman inbound for the Ramblers, up 4 points. Crucial possession here. And it's stolen by Gibbons. Gibbons turning up the floor quickly. Sierra Gibbons almost carried the ball under pressure. Pass off. Ciccarelli's shot partially blocked, but Russell has it. Gabby Russell off the glass, and it's a 2-point game. 10 now for Gabby Russell. Here come the Ramblers. Evelyn Mortimer. Oh, that's a big shot. Big shot from Mortimer now was 15. Those are the two biggest for her, no question. Bulldogs have to hurry here. Russell, 23 seconds to go. Russell trapped, try to force it inside, stolen by Harriman. And who's it going to be? As Gibbons tried to save that. She was the last to touch it, it appears. No one's claiming it yet. And it is Ramblers basketball. 16 seconds to kill for Winthrop to earn their 5th victory. A long pass ahead to Manser. Manser taking on Hall, and Hall does well to get the ball back for Halldale, but they need to hurry as they need 2 scores. Pressure now. It's into Sierra Gibbons. Ahead to Benson. Benson steps, shoots, hits, and the Bulldogs call timeout. With 4.3 seconds to go, they'll need a steal off the inbounds play. That's the first 2 points. Second bucket for Cassidy Benson. She has 4 points now.
Oh, makes it an interesting finish here.
Certainly does.
Get our clock set here.
And Winthrop has used their final timeout as well, I heard. Just announced. Sorry, Halldale has. It all comes down to the inbounds play. Bulldogs can get a steal. They could tie things up. Maybe even win it with a 3-pointer.
I don't know. Do you have time to foul before the inbounds pass comes in, Rob, and send them to the line?
I think you foul immediately after whoever receives the inbounds pass. You know it's got to be going to Kylie Manser. That's who they want to have with the basketball.
Well, we've had 2 good games here today, and 2 good games in the other games we did the other night. Saturday night, I guess. Nobody knows what day of the week it is during this time of year. But last Saturday night when we came up, did the Gardner games here, the doubleheader. Gardner girls won easily over Coney, but the boys game was probably the best game that we have done all year long. A 97-90 win for the Gardner Tigers, and Halldale boys won the first game, and this has been a really competitive game here, and probably the Bulldogs' best game of the year. See what they can do.
Here's the inbounds play. It does get in. The Bulldogs have to foul, and they do foul Folsom. So she'll go to the line with 2.3 seconds remaining.
Fouls on number 4, Abigail Hall, her second.
That's a second on Abby Hall.
5th at the line for 2 is Grace Folsom.
Grace Folsom can put the game away if she hits them both. Folsom already with 2 points. Hits the first. The Bulldogs need a 3 to tie it now. And the sophomore Grace Folsom can, you would think anyway, end it if she hits this one and snuff out the Bulldogs' chances of a comeback. Bella Bear being sent back toward the center circle. Here's this all-important shot by Grace Folsom. She hits them both. Clutch free throws by the sophomore, and that should be enough for the Ramblers now. As Halldale needs 2 scores, they'll run out of time. A valiant effort by the Halldale Bulldogs. They almost knock off the now 5-1 Winthrop Ramblers. But those 2 free throws at the end by Grace Folsom sealed the deal for the ladies in white and green. They win 46-42. We'll take a break. Come back for the post game after this on Munzing Media.
And because this game was so good, we have 2 players
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Caps's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Caps's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsuspizza.com.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out.
With you one more time, the Kennebec Savings post-game show, Winthrop and Halldale. The Ramblers win 46-42. Time now for our players of the game. We'll start with the Caps's Pizza offensive player of the game. And that goes to the Halldale player. They're voted to be the most prolific offensive player, and there's only one choice tonight. It's Sierra Gibbons, 22 points, leading the way for the Halldales, more than half their output. She gets our Caps's Pizza player of the game. Now, free one-topping 10-inch pizza at Caps's Pizza. For our defensive player of the game, it's brought to you by McClellan Fence. The defensive player of the game, Shea O'Connor. O'Connor contributed 4 points, but was very good on the defensive glass overall. She and Gabby Russell were both very good there. But it'll be the senior Shea O'Connor getting the gift card to Sunrise Bagel, courtesy of McClellan Fence. She is the McClellan Fence defensive player of the game. Running down our totals real quickly here for the Ramblers. They were led by Evelyn Mortimer, 15 points on 4 threes. Bella Bear, 12 points on 4 threes. Kylie Manser, 7 points. She had a 3. Sierra Merriman, 5 points. She also had a 3. 10 total threes in the game for the Ramblers. Grace Folsom adding a point as well for their total. The Ramblers shooting 10 out of 18 from the line and really got it done well when the game was on the line down the stretch. They shot much better from the free throw line in the second half than they did in the first half. For the Bulldogs, I mentioned Sierra Gibbons leading the way with 22 points. Gabby Russell with 10 for Halldale. 4 each for Shea O'Connor and Cassidy Benson. Abby Hall with 2 points on the afternoon for the Bulldogs, who left some points at the line today, shooting 4 out of 17 from the free throw line. Could have been the difference of the game when it's a 3-point game or 4-point game right there. So that'll do it for our broadcast. I want to thank Owen Munzing doing our camera, Rob Munzing doing the production and color commentary. I'm Rob Kennedy saying so long from the Augusta Civic Center. The Winthrop Ramblers with a win, 46-42 over Halldale. Have a great night and a Happy New Year.